Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching, yes, the Yankees Entertainment and Sports Network.
It is a gorgeous Sunday afternoon here in Detroit, Michigan, and it's been a great series so far. The first two games have been sellouts, and expecting more of the same for this afternoon's matchup between the Yankees and the Tigers. And Hyundai presents the Sunday game of the week. It's the New York Yankees against the Detroit Tigers in the rubber game of a three-game set from Comerica Park in Detroit, Michigan. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Yankees Baseball. Along with John Flaherty, I'm Michael Kay. Last night's ball game was intense, and you really don't expect that from an early June game. But a lot is expected from both of these teams, and you can see it starting to wear on them. And last night especially, the Yankees lost the game, but they had fight in them.
Yeah, they did. I mean, both of these games have had a lot of intensity in this series, and last night we get a great look at it as Joe Girardi comes out to protect his hitting instructor, Kevin Long, who got thrown out of the game. And because of that, Joe Girardi gets thrown out as well, showing some intensity. But the Yankees showing some fight in the eighth inning. Nick Swisher, a big two-out knock to tie the ball game up, and you're thinking the Yankees might have a late rally and a little bit of a comeback. But Miguel Cabrera, the power to center field, gives the Tigers the lead in the eighth inning, and they're thinking about a possibility of squeaking out a tight ball game. Valverde, their closer, not a lockdown closer. He walks Mark Teixeira. Dwayne Wise comes in to tie the ball game up, and then later on, Omir Santos, who had a little bit of a problem with a pop fly, comes up with a sacrifice fly offensively and drives in the game-winning run. An intense game, and the Tigers come out on top.
Tigers win this one 4-3. Yankees had 9 hits, but they can't connect with the big one. 1 for 12 with runners in scoring position. Kuroda pitched well for the Yankees despite a rain delay early. 7 innings, 7 hits. Cabrera, 2-home run game, his third multi-home run game of the year. So today is the rubber game. It would mean a lot to end this road trip with a victory. Here's Joe Girardi to talk about it.
I think it'd be a pretty good road trip if we could end up going 6-3, and obviously we have our work cut out for us today. But to win a series in Detroit, I mean, that's pretty good.
It would be great if they could win this game, especially when you see who the Tigers are sending out to the mound. So let's take a look at today's New York Lottery pitching matchup. Phil Hughes goes for the Yankees 4-5 with a 5.64. Justin Verlander will go for the Tigers 5-3, 2.55. MVP, Cy Young from last year. But John, he's lost 2 games in a row.
Yeah, you see the record 5-3, the ERA very impressive, but he has lost 2 in a row. And 3 starts ago, he had a possibility at a no-hitter with 1 out in the 9th inning, a weak base hit up the middle, and ever since then it's been a little bit downhill. You really can't get on him about the start in Cleveland. He lost that game 2-1, but it is a loss. His last outing against the Red Sox, he was not very sharp. Gave up 10 runs and 10 hits in that ball game, 5 earned runs. You see David Ortiz going the other way. Just a little bit flat his last start against the Red Sox, and you wonder today, losing 2 in a row, will he have a little bit of edge to him this afternoon?
I'll tell you what, this should be fun. Big crowd expected, as we mentioned. Both games have been hard fought. Both games have had a lot of intensity. When we come back, lineups, first pitch, baseball, Yankees and the Tigers next on Yes.
Only a Honda is a Honda sales event is going on right now. And Hillside Honda is the dealer to show you why a Honda is a Honda. Drive any new 2012 Honda from Hillside Honda today for 0 down with 0.9 APR financing or 0 due at lease signing. For complete details, go to hillsidehonda.com. That's right, drive any new 2012 Honda from Hillside Honda today for 0 down with 0.9 APR financing or 0 due at lease signing. It's only a Honda is a Honda sales event going on right now at Hillside Honda in Queens, New York. Click hillsidehonda.com or call for complete details.
Hit it out of the ballpark. I'm Cindy with Lee's Toyota, and while some dealers can't get to first base, you can score a home run deal at Lee's. People come from near, far, and in between to shop our 3 big showrooms at one location. Amazing low prices, 0 financing available, and great leases. If you missed coming to Lee's, you'll miss getting a lot for less. Family owned and operated for over 50 years. See what a great deal really is at Lee's Toyota.
You better believe it. You know that a drug overdose can look like this. But did you know many overdoses start out looking like this? Even though they're prescribed by a doctor, prescription painkillers can be dangerous and can lead to serious addiction or death. So take prescription painkillers only as directed. Never share them, and dispose of unused pills right away. To learn more or for help, call 311 or 1-800-LIFENET or go to nyc.gov.
Welcome to Center Stage. Today's guest is a headlining actor, comedian, singer, superstar chef, the legendary.
I don't know what to say. I'm speechless.
The incomparable.
Listen, I have to tell you this story.
America's greatest.
I wish I was that cool.
You are a rock star.
I needed to know that.
Are you kidding me?
I have goosebumps.
GMC presents Center Stage with Michael Kay.
That is the best show.
Only on Yes. Yankees on Deck is back.
Ready to have some fun today?
Every Sunday this season, come to Yes for more out-of-the-park adventures.
Woo! I got some skills a little bit. Yeah, set it, baby.
Skill School.
Hitting the ball on the fat part of the bat. You're throwing from here.
Fun fitness tips.
Hop, 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 hop. Punch, 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 punch. Fast arms equal fast legs, which equals speed.
And more.
What's up, creatures? That's not me. This is my marching band.
Don't miss all the action this season on Yankees on Deck, presented by Blimpie. Every Sunday, only on Yes.
What are you, out of your mind?
He's feisty.
Go after the ball.
He's forceful.
It was a runaway.
He's Francesa.
The whole thing was just crazy.
Watch Mike Francesa, weekday afternoons at 1, right here on Yes.
Up to 40% of businesses never recover after experiencing a major disaster. Make a plan at ready.gov/business.
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Benjamin Moore. Visit benjaminmoore.com/promo for $5 off a gallon of Benjamin Moore paints and stains. By People's United Bank. Discover what know-how can do. Member FDIC. And by Honda. Visit your local Honda dealer right now for great deals. Only a Honda is a Honda. Some of the history of the Tigers up on the wall here behind us in the press box, and it's a rich history indeed for the Detroit Tigers, a rich history for both of these teams, the Yankees and Detroit. And we have a rubber game of a 3-game set in front of another sellout crowd on a beautiful Sunday afternoon in Detroit, Michigan. The Tigers just honored Maglio Ordonez, who officially retired today. Wanted to play this year. He didn't have any bites from any teams. He just threw out the first pitch. Got a nice ovation. They unveiled a nice painting that they will give to Maglio and his family. So a nice moment here for a guy whose home run sent them into the 2006 World Series. Looking sharp with the glasses, nice suit, the whole deal. So he's going to try to motivate his Tigers to beat the Yankees. And this is the Yankees starting lineup that will be sent out about Justin Verlander and is presented by Lexus. The captain, the shortstop, Derek Jeter, will lead off. Batting second, playing center field, Curtis Granderson. Alex Rodriguez, the DH, will hit third. Cleaning up, second baseman Robinson Cano. Mark Teixeira's at first base, he'll bat fifth. Batting sixth, playing left field, Raul Ibanez. Nick Swisher's in right field, he'll bat seventh. Batting eighth and playing third base today is Eric Chavez, and Russell Martin behind the plate is going to bat ninth. Well, the Tigers, they don't have to play that much defense behind Justin Verlander because of the fact he throws a lot of strikes and strikes people out. But they need people behind him. So let's take a look now at the Tigers defense, brought to you by your Mercedes-Benz Tri-State dealer. In the outfield, it's Kelly, Berry, and Bosch. Sounds like a law firm from left to right. And in the infield, Cabrera, Peralta, Worth, and Fielder, third to first. Not a great defensive infield for the Tigers. Omir Santos will play his third straight game against the Yankees behind the plate. He had 2 errors in yesterday's game. And Justin Verlander, last year's MVP and Cy Young Award winner, is going to be on the mound. And for the Yankees, it's the end of a long road trip. They swept 3 in Oakland. They lost 2 out of 3 in Anaheim. And this is the rubber game, John. And a long road trip like this, boy, you just feel like taking a win. And if you get the win, 6-3 sounds so much different than 5-4.
Well, it really does, Michael. You know, from a player's standpoint, the last day of a long trip, you have a day game. You're looking forward to getting home. And the good thing for the Yankees, you have an off day tomorrow. So if you're a player, just grind it out for 3 hours. Try to get a win. And in a weird, strange way, it almost helps if Verlander's out on the mound because you know you can't go through the motions against him. You have to be on top of your game.
And what the Yankees have to do, and obviously it's been a problem for most of the year, and that's why when you look at their 28-24 record, you can't be that ravaged by it. They don't hit with runners in scoring position. And John, particularly with the bases loaded, we saw in the 9th inning yesterday, 0 for 2 with the bases loaded. Only a bases loaded walk got that run in to tie the game. They've got to somehow get that big hit and maybe loosen the pressure just a bit.
Well, I think bases loaded situations, obviously, but also just, manufacturing some runs. They didn't hit a home run last night, ended up losing the ball game. That extends the streak in that department. But you got to find a way against good pitching to manufacture runs, and there's no better pitcher in the American League than Justin Verlander. We'll see if they can do that this afternoon.
And that stat that John's talking about, they're now 0-12 when they don't hit a home run. The only team in baseball that has not been able to get a win without hitting a ball out of the park. Let's look at the game time weather, which is presented by Bigelow Tea. Now, these are just numbers. I'll tell you in words, it's great. It's 77 degrees, 35% humidity. The wind, 22 miles per hour. It's mostly sunny, but wind gusts will get up to about 30 miles per hour. We look at the Yankees. It's always tougher on your side of the yard and your side of the fence. The Yankees are 28-24. The Tigers, 25-28. And, John, that's not what they expect here. They thought that they would go wire to wire in the Central, but this is a team with injuries, and they haven't been able to get the job done either.
Well, they have injuries. They're also struggling with the bases loaded, but I think the guys in the middle, Cabrera and Fielder, have done their part. It's the supporting cast that have to step it up a little bit. But I think the loss of Doug Fister, the number 2 guy in that rotation, backing up Verlander, is a huge loss. They have to get him back healthy.
All right, so when you have to win a game to win a series, it's good to have Justin Verlander on the mound. He is one of the best, and you can argue he might be the best pitcher. Certainly last year he was, with the Cy Young Award and the MVP. And some of the stories behind Justin Verlander, they jump out at you. The first since Dennis Eckersley in '92 to win both awards in the same season. Second pitcher ever to win a Rookie of the Year, a Cy Young, and an MVP in his career. Brooklyn Dodger Don Newcomb, the only other one, and 24 wins last year, the most since Randy Johnson did that in '02, and he won the Triple Crown for pitchers. 24 wins, ERA 2.40, strikeouts 250, all best in the American League. Not too bad there, John. He's a pretty good pitcher.
No, I mean, he's the best, I think, in the American League, even though he's been on a little tough stretch lately. Got outstanding. If you're a scout sitting behind home plate, all of his pitches rate is above average. You see the numbers on the year. Only 56 hits in 81 1/3. Opponents hitting 190 against him. That tells you just how electric his stuff is. And if we watch this afternoon, Michael, velocity in the low 90s usually to start out a ball game, and he gets stronger as the game goes on.
Today's closed captioning brought to you by Lexus. And the interesting thing, he's lost 2 games in a row. He hasn't lost 3 games in a row since 2008. And although he didn't pitch well his last time out, John, he was still clocked at 100 miles an hour. And it shows you, no matter how hard you throw, it does make a difference. His location's been a bit off.
It's location. It's mixing up his pitches, pitch selection, all that stuff. He's lost 2 in a row, but he lost to Cleveland 2 starts ago, 2-1. Had a nice ball game, 8 innings, only 2 earned runs, and lost. His last outing got beat up a little bit. You wonder if he can be a little angry this afternoon, losing 2 in a row.
A big test for him and a big test for Phil Hughes. As we mentioned, a rubber game for both teams. The Tigers started this series coming off a long road trip where they did not play well. They were 4-6 on the trip, so they'd like to win this series, and the Yankees want to enjoy an off day with a win after a long road trip. So Derek Jeter digs in. Justin Verlander is ready. We're ready as well. Thanks for joining us, and let's do it here in Detroit. The first pitch is skied to right field. Backing up is Brennan Boss. Still back. See ya! A leadoff home run for Derek Jeter. And the Yankees are on the board. They lead 1-0.
Well, if there was any doubt the Yankees might be a little sluggish this afternoon after a late night last night, a tough loss, Derek Jeter erases all of those thoughts with the first pitch swing. 6th home run of the year going the opposite way. In a big ballpark here in Detroit, but you can reach the seats in right center field. And another look at the swing. 1-0 lead for the Yankees.
Curtis Granderson digs in, takes a pitch outside for Jeter, hit number 3,162. And he hits it for a home run. Count 2-0.
90 miles an hour with the velocity on this first pitch fastball.
And Verlander is 3-0 now on his former teammate Curtis Granderson. So Derek Jeter doing his Ricky Henderson imitation with a leadoff home run to start the game. And here's the 3-0 to Granderson. Lays that one just a bit outside. So that is a walk to Granderson.
You know, Michael, with most pitchers, we talk about velocity, and Verlander, this whole first inning so far, 90 miles an hour. And sometimes that would raise a red flag, but through his career, he's always started off slow with the velocity, and it gets better as the game goes on. We'll pay attention to that as we move on.
Here's Alex Rodriguez. He got plunked on the left elbow by Jose Valverde in the 9th inning yesterday, but he is in the lineup as the DH today. Alex has not had a great road trip. He's 9 for 33.
Nice day for him to DH today after that long night last night.
That one comes inside.
And decent numbers against Verlander, 286 with 2 home runs. Not going to see too many high batting average against this right-hander.
There's a strike. First strike he's thrown that hasn't been hit out of the park, so it's 1-1.
And already the velocity creeping up a little bit, 94. I mean, this is a guy who can throw in the upper 90s. Big curveball, quality changeup, and a little slider.
Popped up behind the plate and out of play.
You know, watching Alex Rodriguez on this trip, he's getting beat with a lot of fastballs on the inner half. And, you know, since even way back when I was playing, Michael, that's where you tried to get him out. Throw fastballs up and in. And when he can clear that pitch out, that's usually when he goes on a run. But right now, this up and in area for Alex Rodriguez giving him a little bit of trouble.
Pitch outside. So 2-2 count. Granderson leads off first. Just underway, Yankees lead 1-0 on the Jeter home run. Breaking ball in the dirt, and the count is full. So do the Yankees send Granderson? The Yankees stole 5 bases last night, their season high.
Another thing to pay attention to, Santos behind the plate has not caught Justin Verlander. Alex Avila has caught 40 of his last 41 starts.
Runner goes, fouled away.
Santos had a tough night last night. A throwing error, threw a ball into center field, and then misplayed a pop-up. He was their 3rd catcher on the roster. Laird is hurt with the hamstring problem. Avila, another day, he's not 100%. And we'll see how the pitcher-catcher, if they can get on the same page early on.
Well, they sent him once on 3-2. They send him again, and it's another walk. So a rocky start for Verlander. Runners on first and second, nobody out.
Take another look. Verlander trying to go in to get a strike, and it's off the plate just a little bit. Home plate umpire Hunter Wentelstadt not giving that pitch off the plate in.
Well, now the Yankees have a runner in scoring position. Yesterday, 1 for 12 in these situations, and it's been a season-long problem. Yankee hitting coach Kevin Long said, you can't talk to them about it because that's all they hear about, and then it becomes a problem. They put more pressure on themselves. He said it will break, it will happen, and they will get big hits. They're too good not to. And that one gets away from Santos as the runners move up.
There's just no comfort level right now with Santos and Verlander. I mentioned he has not caught him before in a big league game. Expecting another pitch, an off-speed pitch. Looks like he gets a fastball.
And that has scored a pass ball. And then they have a little conference on the mound.
And you never know whose fault it is. I mean, you talk about these things before a game. What are we going to use with a runner at second base? And the first time they get into that situation, a pass ball, and Verlander having a tough first.
He's going to work from the full windup with second and third, nobody out. Check swing fouled away. This is Verlander's first start this year in the month of June, and this has been a good month for him. 21-5 in June, winning percentage of .808, and that's the best in Major League history for the month of June, with a minimum of 15 wins.
I was talking to some members of the Detroit media, and they said Verlander has readily admitted it's not early anymore. I got to start getting going, start carrying this team like he did last year.
Breaking ball strike, 1-2.
Nice pitch right there. Big 12-6 hammer curveball. Phil Hughes offers this pitch as well, but this has some good bite. Starts up high at 12 o'clock, comes down to 6 for a strike.
Dials it up to 95, up and in, 2-2. Cano in that ninth inning for the Yankees yesterday popped up against Valverde. One of the few strikes that Valverde threw. So the Yankees did not cash in at all, other than with that bases loaded walk. They could have gotten themselves a lead heading into the bottom of the ninth, but that's where they lost the game 4-3. 3-2. One pitch away from loading the bases.
Well, Verlander knows how big this at bat is. He dialed it up to 95 miles an hour. Jeff Jones, pitching coach, Jim Leland looking on. Tigers playing the infield back, first base open. See what Verlander comes with.
3-2. Foul bat. 97. And boy, he does dial it up when he gets into, he saves something. He started with a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Now the same inning, it's up to 97.
Yeah, well, reality is set in. Second and third, nobody out. Possibility of a big inning in the first. Verlander dials it up a little earlier than he usually likes to.
(3-2). 97 blew it right by him, one away. So Cano's struggles continue.
Yeah, it just looks so awkward with Robinson Cano. Usually he can put the ball in play. Back-to-back fastballs and nothing sneaky about it. Right down the middle. Here's my best fastball. Let's see what you can do. And he's late.
That'll bring up Mark Teixeira. His bases loaded walk in the ninth inning against Valverde tied the game at 3. Count 1-0.
Yeah, see if Verlander's going to be careful here with Mark Teixeira. First base open. You got a big strikeout. Could load the bases for a possibility of an inning-ending double play. We'll see.
Grounded, foul.
With the problem with a Cy Young Award winner, MVP winner, you know, I don't think he has that mentality of pitching around anybody. I think he feels like he can strike every hitter out. First base open. He's not thinking about that. I'm just going to try to pick up a strikeout and work my way out of the inning with the Banez on deck.
The 1-1. Off speed outside, 2-1. Yankees up 1-0.
They don't have the abbreviated shift, the Detroit Tigers, and we mentioned the first game of the series. Jim Leland, a little more old school, doesn't go with that crazy shift.
Broken bat, fly ball right center. The catch is made by Berry. Here comes Granderson. Here's the throw. He's in there. A sac fly off the bat of Teixeira. It's 2-0 Yanks.
A lot of good things with this at bat right here. Nice situational hitting. Mark Teixeira get a ball up in the air. Curtis Granderson, a good tag at third. You see the pitch has a little movement away off the end of the bat and shatters the bat. But a nice job by Granderson following the scouting report on Quentin Berry. We don't know a lot about him. An accurate throw, but not a lot on it. As Banez guiding Granderson on where to slide.
And the pitch to Ibanez is outside 1-0.
Ibanez gets a start this afternoon. Kind of surprised. Only 3 for 23, a 130 batting average. Dwayne Wise 6 for 15, a 400 batting average against Verlander. Joe Girardi going with the veteran Ibanez, who had his birthday yesterday, 40th birthday yesterday.
Yankee senior advisor Gene Michael also celebrated a birthday yesterday. I believe Stick 74 years old. So happy birthday to Stick. 1-1. That one's popped up left field. Kelly will make the play, and that'll do it. Well, the inning started off well. First pitch of the game, and Derek Jeter took it the other way. His third leadoff home run this year, 27th of his career. That extends his Yankee record, number 2, Ricky Henderson with 24.
Tuesday, an AL East battle rages in the Bronx as the Bombers return home for a huge series with the Rays. Complete coverage starts Tuesday at 6, only on Yes.
This one by Mattingly. Oh, hang on to the roof. Goodbye, home run.
Swung on and line to left field. Down the line, it is gone. It's a walk-off by Mark Teixeira.
Fans, come out to Yankee Stadium on Thursday, June 7th, when the Yankees take on their division rivals, the Rays. The first 18,000 guests in attendance will receive a New York Yankees fragranced bracelet, courtesy of the Cloudbreak Group. The 2012 New York Yankees. Heroes remembered, legends born.
New York's new 92.3 Now.
Love it.
Everyone's making the switch.
Best music on the radio.
Hit music. Now. New York's new.
Love this radio station.
92.3 Now.
We've got the cars and the savings. Now let's bring on the tent. High gas prices, bring it on. Hyundai is America's most fuel-efficient car company. Passengers, bring them all. The Veracruz Fit 7. Safety, try award-winning safety with a Santa Fe in Tucson. Now get a Santa Fe for 0% APR plus $500 customer cash back, or lease one for $269 a month. You'll also get Hyundai Assurance, including America's best warranty. Your local Hyundai dealer's ready to bring on the tent. Now all we need is you.
Well, at the end of the inning, Justin Verlander had a little talk with home plate umpire Hunter Wendelstedt as he walked off the mound toward the Tiger dugout. Didn't seem as if he was squeezed at all. Maybe one pitch to Alex, but we'll see and keep track of that as we move along. Let's take a look at the Tiger lineup that will try to make up the 2-0 deficit. Center fielder Quentin Berry leads off, batting second, playing second, Danny Wirth. Miguel Cabrera, 2 home runs yesterday, will play third base. Cleanup hitter is Prince Fielder, he'll play first. Delman Young, the DH, bats fifth, batting sixth, playing right field. Brennan Bosch, Johnny Peralta, the shortstop, bats seventh, batting eighth and playing left field. Don Kelly and Omir Santos will catch, and he'll bat ninth.
Well, that lineup going to face Phil Hughes, looking to rebound after a rough outing out in Anaheim. Gave up 11 hits and 7 runs in that outing.
Berry takes a strike.
Take a look at his numbers on the year. 4 and 5, 63 hits and 52 2/3. An opponent's hitting .286.
In that game in Anaheim, the Yankees staked them to a 3-0 lead in the top of the first. Now they give them a 2-0 lead.
You know what I remember about that game, Michael? It was fastball, curveball all the way through for 4 innings. And then all of a sudden he started throwing his changeup and didn't really understand why he wasn't throwing it early in the game. We'll see if maybe he makes adjustment this start against Detroit.
Joe Girardi said, John, and you were at that game, that Phil Hughes' biggest problem was commanding the side of home plate near first base. So for a right-handed batter, that would be the outside corner. He said the problem was against a righty, what he would do, he'd start it outside, it would come back. And against a lefty, he'd start it inside and it would come back over the plate. And he said he's got to have better fastball command.
Well, if an early indication, the pitch he just threw to Quentin Berry, Russell Martin setting up inside the pitch to the location you're talking about, and he missed. It drifted back out over the plate.
Line drive, right at Jeter. 1 away.
And this is the previous pitch. Russell Martin setting up in. Where does it end up? Out over the plate.
So Derek Jeter with an active beginning, the leadoff home run, then snares that line drive for the first out. And here's Danny Worth. Phil Hughes and Verlander have a little something in common. They were both selected in the 2004 draft. And Worth wraps one to right center field. Granderson is there for the second out. Let's take a look at the Yankee defense, brought to you by your Mercedes-Benz Tri-State dealer. Ibanez, Granderson, and Swisher left to right in the outfield. Infield, Chavez, Jeter, Cano, and Teixeira third to first. Russell Martin behind the plate. And the 25-year-old Phil Hughes on the mound. Verlander was the number 2 pick in the first round in 2004. Phil Hughes was the 23rd pick in the first round. Now you might say Verlander was the second pick. Who was the first? Well, the Padres probably hang their head. It was a prep shortstop. Matt Bush was a number 1 pick ahead of Justin Verlander.
I guess it's not good that I haven't heard about him, huh?
No, it's not good. And the number 3 pick that was the year was by the Mets, Philip Humber, when they ended up trading for Johan Santana. Well, smart approach here against Cabrera. Nobody on base and not giving him anything really good. And this is one of the reasons. 7 for 14 with 3 home runs against Hughes. There's a strike yesterday, 2 home runs. One of them in the camera well out in center field in the batter's eye. That is some shot.
And we take a look today, too. The flag blowing straight out to left center field. So anything in that area will be helped a little bit. Not that Cabrera needs any help.
So they walk him. Not a bad idea. But not much respite with Prince Fielder coming up. That's why this 3-4 is very, very tough. Prince Fielder carries a 10-game hitting streak into this game. He has 18 hits and 38 at-bats during the streak. Gotten off to a nice start. Signed a 9-year contract with the Tigers during the offseason. Way high and off the glove of Martin as Cabrera advances. That is the literal definition of a wild pitch. And they give Russell Martin a pass ball.
Wow.
How's that possible?
I mean, it's supposed to be a curveball, and it ends up way up. And I understand that if it doesn't hit the dirt, they sometimes or always usually call it a pass ball. But in my opinion, that's not Russell Martin's fault. A tough pass ball.
So I should rephrase and say that's the literal definition of a pass ball.
No, it's not. You and I have been getting along so well. Let's change your attitude a little bit.
Pitch is high, 2-0.
But, you know, a good pitch there, though. A changeup on a 1-0 count. And, you know, I think Phil Hughes has good stuff if he throws all 3 or 4 of his pitches. Not so much the cutter, but fastball, curveball, changeup. Give Prince Fielder something to think about all 3 pitches.
Fastball on the inside corner, 2-1. And now 3-1.
Yeah, another changeup there. Obviously, first base open. Delman Young, a right-hander on deck, could influence the pitch selection. It was interesting, Michael. Phil Hughes, after his last outing in Anaheim, said the game got going real fast. You know, and he just started throwing fastball after fastball. He needs to slow it down a little bit, pitch a little bit more instead of throwing.
Swings at the 3-1 pitch and lofts it to fairly deep left. Ibanez back. He's on the track. He'll make the play for the final out of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. Coming up for the Yankees, Nick Swisher will lead off the second.
Imagine winning something really cool. Better. No, imagine winning a ride with Mario Andretti. No, in a car. In a race car. And he's driving you somewhere exciting. More exciting. Like starting an Izod IndyCar Series race with Mario Andretti exciting. Now imagine you won that by visiting a website. But Mario's not there anymore. Go to shophonda.com to enter and check out the Civic, an official vehicle of IndyCar.
Now there's no excuse for junk driving. Not when there's usedtoyota.tv, where you can get a safe, reliable used vehicle that's not a crime to drive. Get 0% APR that can save you as much as $4,500 off the standard finance rate, and trade in that piece of junk for $3,000, no matter the condition or year. And at usedtoyota.tv, you get a 3-day exchange policy, so you're never buying blind. So don't get caught junk driving. Get out of the car, put your hands on the keyboard, and go to usedtoyota.tv. Don't drive junk.
When I was a young pup, I learned how to sniff out the pick of the pre-owned Lexus litter and how to be a woman or man's best friend when it came to finding the lowest prices. Now that I'm older, I look back on my pedigree and feel pride in the thousands of people who've lapped up the savings I've pointed them to. Like a dog with a bone, I won't stop until you find the model, year, and color you'll love, or exchange it within 48 hours with our worry-free exchange policy. Don't get me wrong, working like a dog to hunt down the perfect pre-owned Lexus for you wasn't all hard work.
Now more than ever, you need to be smarter with your money. Making every dollar count yields value. That's why the smart money is going to Acura of Manhattan, where the value of the cars we sell is high and our prices are low. You'll find luxury is standard at Acura of Manhattan, and that standard is high. Here's a smart play.
A brand new 2012 MDX, wisely priced at only $449 per month.
The smart money comes to Acura of Manhattan because it's smart to get luxury for less.
If you can get him early and get his pitch count up, sometimes you can get some runs off him, and don't expect for him to make a lot of mistakes per at bat. If you get one, you probably better put a good swing on it.
So Joe Girardi, a bit of a prophet, as Derek Jeter got a pitch, put a good swing on it, started the game 1-0, then a couple of walks, a sac fly by Mark Teixeira, and the Yankees have a 2-0 lead as we go to the second inning. And Nick Swisher will dig in. Line drive up the middle and off the glove of a lunging Peralta, a base hit for Swisher.
Well, Michael, you mentioned the infield defense does not have a lot of range for the Tigers just off the end of his glove, and Nick Swisher will definitely take that. Little soft line drive back up the middle.
Here's Eric Chavez. Here's a strike. Joe said you got to get Verlander early. This guy's always around late. This, to me, is an incredible start in this day and age in baseball. 53 straight starts where Verlander has given the Tigers 6 or more innings. Skied the other way, and that's what you want out of your number one starter. You want to save your bullpen a bit, and Verlander takes a lot of pride in that as well. But he's got a high pitch count at this point. No one out in the second inning. He's at 29 pitches.
Yeah, I was actually thinking that's what Joe Girardi feels about CC Sabathia every time he takes the mound.
That's the longest streak, by the way, the 6 or more innings since Steve Carlton had 69 straight starts of 6 or more. Check swing. And Bob Davidson said he did not go.
Well, you mentioned the pitch count, Michael. I look at the 11 starts for Justin Verlander. Every one of those starts over 100 pitches. I mean, he's a workhorse, goes out there, will give you innings. And he seems to bounce back every 5th day with pretty good stuff.
2-2. Skied to left field, ball traveling out there. Kelly back on the track. He makes the play. Hustling back to first is Swisher. Kelly took a home run away from Teixeira yesterday. I don't think that would have been out, but it would have been an extra base hit. Nice play by Don Kelly.
Oh, a nice play, but kind of an awkward swing from Eric Chavez. And you could tell, Michael, you called it, the ball really jumping. Kind of his hip is out, one-handed flicks at it. But he gets it up in that jet stream, the wind really blowing out to left field. And Kelly makes a leaping catch a few steps before the wall.
the play last night. He took a home run away from Teixeira.
Well, same type of swing, actually a better swing, but same type of flight right up against the wall. Outstanding play. Guy who hasn't hit a whole lot this year so far, but a nice defensive effort.
Pitch to Russell Martin's outside, 1-0.
I expect the Yankees to be aggressive today on the bases with Santos behind the plate. Had a tough night defensively last night. Yankees have not run a lot this year. It's not been a big part of their offensive game. Sometimes you got to take advantage of the guy who's behind the plate. Third catcher, I'm sure feeling some jitters behind the plate after a rough night last night.
So Russell Martin's numbers, they're still hard to believe for a guy who got off to such a good start last year. Guess he showed bunt a bit, then the ball inside moved him out of the way.
Well, Cabrera playing back, trying to take a little bunt, but pitch off the plate inside, takes it for a ball. This might be one of those pitches Joe Girardi was talking about. If you get a good pitch to hit early, you better make sure you put in play hard. 3-1.
Third walk for Verlander. And that's a season high, which he achieved April 21st against Texas. I don't know if you achieve a season high of walks, but it's his third walk.
And again in the second inning, opportunities for the Yankees. You have to cash in. When these opportunities present themselves, you kind of figure that Justin Verlander will get it locked in at some point during this afternoon.
Derek Jeter, a home run on the first pitch, home run to right field.
I think that pitch right there, Michael, tells you everything you need to know about Justin Verlander. He gave up a first pitch home run on a fastball to Derek Jeter. First pitch, second at bat, he comes right back at him with a fastball inside.
Grounded to short. This should be two. There's one, and there's two. So Jeter bangs into a 6-4-3 double play. We go to the bottom of the second. Delman Young's going to lead it off.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
3,000! History with an exclamation point!
Fans, come out to Yankee Stadium on Monday, June 18th when the Yankees take on the Braves in an interleague matchup. The first 18,000 guests in attendance will receive a New York Yankees water bottle, courtesy of Delta Airlines. The 2012 New York Yankees. Heroes remembered, legends born.
Everything looks good in pinstripes. So can you with the Yankees Edition Ford Escape.
The Yankees Edition Escape. Register at your local Tri-State Ford dealer or Yankees.com/Ford, and you could drive one home from the game on July 17th. Get your Tri-State Ford dealer.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it. To feel it. To be in it. To be upon it. And to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat. Now try on your perfect color with a buy one get one pint sample coupon.
The crossover. We have the technology to rebuild it. SkyActiv technology makes it stronger than it was before, with advanced safety features that make it an IIHS top safety pick, and innovations like blind spot monitoring. The all-new Mazda CX-5 will be that crossover. Better, stronger, smarter. We build Mazdas. What do you drive?
Well, it's time for the Toyota text poll. Let's take a look at today's question. If you were starting a Major League franchise, which of these Tigers would you most want to build around? You can text your vote to 42951. Would it be Cabrera, Fielder, or Verlander? Standard text messaging rates apply. Who would you take?
I think I might go for the best pitcher in the league.
That's a good way to start.
And then take my chances from there.
It seems like it's easier to get hitters than it is great pitchers. Now, hitters like Cabrera are not that common, but neither are pitchers like Verlander. One to Young, foul back. Phil Hughes made an interesting comment about his start in Anaheim, where he said he had a hard time controlling his emotions and the adrenaline was pumping so hard. I guess pitching in front of his family, and he grew up about 10 minutes from the stadium in Anaheim. I talked to Joe Girardi about that, and he'll talk about this later after the postgame on the Joe Girardi show. He said, I think there's more pressure. This is Joe talking. I think there's more pressure pitching in your hometown or playing in your hometown than playing in a World Series. I thought that was quite a statement.
Well, I mean, I think back to my rookie year, coming back to New York and playing there. That was a huge deal.
Young swings and misses.
But, you know, Phil Hughes, we're not talking about a rookie pitcher anymore. You know, we're talking about a guy who's been through it a little bit, pitching the postseason. And I'm surprised to hear him say that. But, you know, remembering back to that start, like I said, it just got going fast for him. The game sped up, and that's what you hear a lot of times about young players. The game just gets going too fast, and they can't make adjustments.
Broken bat, Brennan Bosch. Teixeira flips to Hughes for the second out. So 2 down quickly for Phil Hughes, and that'll bring up Johnny Peralta. He has really struggled of late, just 12 hits in his last 60 at-bats, and that's a 200 batting average. And since Johnny's not exactly Ozzie Smith in the field, you expect him to hit. There's a strike.
A good quality first pitch curveball for a strike there. Good sign for Phil early on, using all of his pitches, throwing them for strikes.
His last start is a perfect example of actually being wild in the zone. He threw 75.9% of his pitches for strikes, but he also allowed 11 hits, which is his career high for one game. So you could be throwing strikes, but if they're not good strikes and they're leaking back out over the plate, you're going to get into trouble.
Well, like I mentioned, too, there was no deception. There was no thought of any other pitch except the fastball that night. And the Angels made him pay. Once he made a mistake out over the plate, they hit it hard.
That was a good breaking ball strike. Got a good curveball so far today. Two. Base hit up the middle.
Well, Michael, you mentioned the good curveball, and you start thinking to yourself, why would you throw a fastball? Why not throw the other curveball? Russell Martin actually called for another curveball. Phil Hughes shook him off to go to the fastball. He tries to throw it away, and it ends up middle of the plate. It's just mislocation again. Same thing Joe Girardi was talking about from his last start. Martin setting up away, it ends up middle. Glove has to go back to the middle of the plate. Gets hit hard.
Here's Don Kelly, who's made 2 nice plays in left field over the past 2 games, and he has to because he's really struggling at the plate. 6 hits in his last 45 at bats. Strike. Popped up, third base side, long run, and a nice play by Chavez to end the inning. Beautiful sliding play by Eric Chavez to retire Don Kelly. No runs a hit, no errors, and one man left. In the third, Granderson, A-Rod, and Cano.
Whoa, Megan Landry alert. And she's looking directly at your new Lumia. Thank you, AT&T. First, why don't you show her the curved edge? Now, move on to the slick navigation tiles. Bam, right into the People Hub. See, Megan? Colin has lots of friends.
Hey, Colin, what kind of phone is that?
What? Oh, Megan, when did you get here? Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, let's...
Introducing the beautifully different Nokia Lumia 900, only from AT&T. Rethink possible.
Trophies and awards lift you up, but they can also hold you back, unless you ask, what's next? This is the next level of performance, the next level of innovation, the next RX, the all-new F-Sport. This is the pursuit of perfection.
Don't tell anyone. Oh. Up to 30 times optical zoom and HD movie and photo. Fujifilm digital cameras.
Summer is finally here, and we think you deserve a payment vacation. For a limited time only, it's the Volvo Summer Sales Event. Buy or lease any 2012 Volvo, and we'll make your first 2 payments. Plus, receive 5 years of warranty, complimentary scheduled maintenance, and wear and tear coverage. So roll down the windows, relax, and enjoy a little more freedom. After all, isn't that what summer is all about? Right now, lease your Volvo S60 T5 for $299 a month, and we'll pay the first 2 payments.
Eric Chavez makes a nice play to end the bottom of the second inning. Don Kelly gets jammed, and Chavez covers a lot of ground, sliding in front of the Tiger dugout, and makes a nice play. We'll take another look at it on our Super Shot, which is brought to you by Fujifilm long zoom digital cameras. Good look right there in slow motion. Nice play.
Eric Chavez won 6 Gold Gloves as a third baseman with the Oakland Athletics. Injuries kind of derailed his career, but he can still play third. Granderson will lead off. He walked in the first inning on the Lincoln scoreboard. Yankees lead 2-0. Pitch outside, 1-0. There's a strike. And the count 2-1. Count levels at 2-2.
Yeah, that's a difference right there. That changeup and a fastball count. You have to respect Verlander and his velocity. He drops an 85-mile-an-hour changeup that dives down and away. That's tough to deal with.
Missed outside.
Kind of reminds me, Michael, last year he did a game here with Bob Lorenz, and Verlander kind of had a similar start. And you're wondering, man, with this kind of stuff, how come he's not dominating? And right after that, went up to Toronto and won a game and went on a big run, winning the MVP and the Cy Young. And the Tigers need him to get on one of those runs again.
Swing and a miss. Threw a fastball by him at 95 miles an hour. One away.
Only his second strikeout of the afternoon. More walks and strikeouts so far. But the changeup we talked about, and then he comes back with a good fastball in the inner half.
That's going to bring up Alex Rodriguez, who walked in the first inning. Yankees today are 0 for 3 with a sac fly with runners in scoring position on the heels of 1 for 12 yesterday. And we get handed a sheet of stats that Elias prints up for us. And this one really jumped out at me. And I'm sure that you looked at it as well, John. Last night, A-Rod, Cano, and Teixeira, that's 3, 4, and 5, were 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position. Those spots in the Yankee order this year have combined to go 29 for 164. That's 177. Is that significant? It's the lowest batting average for those spots in the order of any team in baseball, which makes the Yankees 4 games over 500 really seem all the more remarkable. The guys that are supposed to be producing their runs are not producing their runs, but still they're winning enough to be right there.
The Yankees have the luxury of having hitters all the way up and down the lineup. Derek Jeter has gotten off to a great start. But at some point during the year, 3, 4, 5 have to start picking it up.
That one is driven deep to left field. There it goes. What a shot. See ya. Alex Rodriguez with a solo bomb gives the Yankees a 3-0 lead. John, I believe that hit that back wall right around where Hank Greenberg's number 5 is retired.
I'll tell you what, you can tell by the sound of the bat that this was going to go a long way. Solid contact. We'll see where it ends up. Well, I mentioned that the wind is blowing dead out to left field, but that ball did not need any help. That was a bomb.
Between the 2 and the 5 of Greenberg and Gehringer. Wow. High fly ball. Center field, Quinton Berry makes the play for the second out. For Alex, his 9th home run of the year and his 638th of his career. Still looking for his power stroke. Had 2 in that game the Yankees had against Kansas City. Will Smith, a rookie, making his first big league start, but he's kind of been stalled. Teixeira fouls it off. He did get one Friday, his last at bat here in the game the Yankees won 9-4. But on June 3rd, you kind of expect Alex Rodriguez to have more than 9 home runs.
Well, you think back to that home run on the first game of the series. It was a hanging slider from Dotel that he hit out. I'm more impressed with turning around a fastball from Verlander. Maybe a good sign for Alex. Getting beat a little bit with that fastball inside.
Grounded foul. The huge scoreboard they have here in left center field not working. Doesn't have a 3-0 score. Nothing in the 3rd inning. No balls, no strikes. That's been frozen that way for most of the top of the inning. And the 1-2. Chop towards second. Right there is Worth. And that'll do it. Yankees get 1 run, but boy, it was a loud run. Came off the bat of Alex Rodriguez. He turns around a Verlander fastball and puts it between the name of 2 Hall of Famers out there on that wall in left. 3-0 Yanks.
Aggressive styling, a more fuel-efficient turbocharged engine, and a completely redesigned interior. The 2012 C-Class with over 2,000 refinements. It's amazing, inside and out. The C-Class 4MATIC starts at just $38,020.
Exciting things are happening at Burger King.
So David, to make our delicious strawberry banana fruit smoothies, we take real fruit and we put it in that blender.
And you press the button.
No. Oh, you probably should take your shirt off.
Shirt off?
Shirt off.
Shirt off. Shirt off. Top it off?
I vote for shirt off.
Shirt off.
Shirt on.
Shirt off.
No shirt off. David Beckham is not taking his shirt off. You're welcome.
The new real fruit smoothies and frappes. Come and get it at Burger King.
Need a new car? Now's the time to get amazing deals from Toyota, the full-line brand with the longest-lasting vehicles during Toyota's Save in May sales event. Right now, lease RAV4 for just $189 a month, or get 0% APR financing for a full 60 months on RAV4, or get $750 cash back.
Toyota's Save in May sales event won't last long, so what are you waiting for?
Hurry in today.
Rotation questions, lineup changes, injury updates. Joe knows.
Absolutely.
And you will too when you watch WB Mason presents the Joe Girardi Show. It's a review. It's a preview. It's your complete view of the only team that matters. New every Sunday, only on Yes.
Yankees return to the Bronx Tuesday, June 5th for a huge three-game series with the Rays, followed by an exciting interleague series with the Mets. The three-game Mets series is highlighted by Military Appreciation Night on Saturday, June 9th, showcasing a parachute jump into Yankee Stadium by the Army Golden Knights parachute team. Hey, make sure you're in your seats early on June 9th so you don't miss the fun. To purchase tickets, visit Yankees.com or call Ticketmaster at 877-469-9849. We go to the bottom of the third. Omar Santos leads off, and the first pitch is a strike. Lincoln scoreboard has the Yankees up 3-0. Alex Rodriguez's home run, they say, traveled 447 feet. That one travels to Derek Jeter. And he fires across the diamond, 1 out.
Well, if you would have told Phil Hughes before the game you would have a 3-0 lead early against Verlander in the third inning, you would sign up for it, and in your mind you'd say, you know what, I better hold the Tigers right there because Verlander, in your mind, will probably not give up any more.
That little kid caught Alex Rodriguez's home run ball on the carom off that brick wall.
Sure, it came off the wall hot, too.
Berry fouls it back. See a guy who picked up the ball and he gave it to a little kid. That's the way it's done.
That's nice.
Berry lined out to Jeter his last time up. This time he bunts. Chavez was expecting it. Double clutches, fires, gets him. Chavez was playing on the grass, expecting the bunt, and he got it, but the double clutch almost cost him the play.
Yeah, Eric came in actually thinking he might barehand it, and then he decided against it and fielded it with his glove. He had plenty of time, and then all of a sudden he has trouble getting a handle, doesn't panic, makes a strong throw to get him by a half a step, full step.
Here's Danny Worth. You know, we talked earlier about how good Cabrera and Fielder are, but if you look up and down this Tiger lineup, there are a lot of outs in there. 3-4 could just do so much. People have to get on base for you. There's a strike.
You know, you talk all the time in scouting report meetings about, you know, don't let Cabrera beat you, don't let Fielder beat you. But if you take care of Berry and Worth before them, your life becomes so much easier if you're Phil Hughes and Russell Martin. Go after the number 1 and 2 guy in the lineup. You don't have to worry as much about Cabrera and Fielder.
The 1-2. Good fastball by Hughes, 95 miles an hour.
And make your pitch right here in a 2-2 count with Cabrera on deck. Take care of Worth.
Missed outside with 95, 3-2. Yeah, you'd like Cabrera to lead off the fourth inning, not come up with a runner on here in the third. Here's the payoff. Still 3-2.
You talked about Phil and his stuff today, mixing in all of his pitches, but even the body language a little bit better. 3-2 fastball. Here you go. I'm going to try to beat you with it. Got a foul ball. Definitely a more aggressive, looks a little more aggressive on the mound as Larry Rothschild's looking on.
And he walked him. So he puts Worth on, now has to deal with Cabrera.
Well, this is last night. Miguel Cabrera had a big evening. First home run off of Kuroda, dead center, his 10th of the year. And then he follows it up, another one to dead center, a changeup, and it wasn't that bad of a pitch. It was down middle into the camera well. He's a strong man.
He walked in the first inning, has a 5-game hitting streak. And during the 5-game hitting streak, he's 11 for 24.
Boy, and the way the wind is blowing out to left center field, he gets one up in the air. It could go a long way.
Yankees have always had a lot of problems handling this guy. Now, this guy's a great hitter, but he shouldn't be hitting .378 against them. In 35 games, 13 homers and 33 runs batted in.
You know, Mike, I think those 2 home runs that he hit last night to center field tell the whole story. He does not have to think about pulling the ball to hit for power. He's middle of the field the other way. You have to jam him.
That one is driven out to right center field. Right there is Swisher, and he makes the play for the final out of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. Coming up for the Yankees in the fourth, Raul Ibanez will start it off against Verlander.
When the competition saw the success of the Acura MDX, they tried to copy it. But they don't have super handling all-wheel drive, as well as standard Bluetooth connectivity, leather, rear-view camera, and a 2012 Edmunds.com Best Retained Value Award. So while we're flattered, an imitation is still just an imitation. The one and only MDX.
Visit your New York Acura dealer. Luxury, intelligently priced.
Only a Honda is a Honda sales event is going on right now. And Hillside Honda is the dealer to show you why a Honda is a Honda. Drive any new 2012 Honda from Hillside Honda today for 0 down with 0.9 APR financing or 0 due-it lease signing. For complete details, go to hillsidehonda.com. That's right, drive any new 2012 Honda from Hillside Honda today for 0 down with 0.9 APR financing or 0 due-it lease signing. It's only a Honda is a Honda sales event going on right now at Hillside Honda in Queens, New York. Click hillsidehonda.com or call for complete details.
Queensboro Toyota, your neighborhood dealership since 1967. Come see our wide choice of Toyota cars, SUVs, and vans to fit your lifestyle. Our salespeople make it easy to drive away today. No credit? No problem. Queensboro gets you financing. Service and sales at the same location. We're your one-stop shop. Drive home in your new Toyota today. Choose a certified pre-owned from our large indoor showroom.
Mention Jennifer and get $100 towards your new car purchase.
Stop by today.
Great day for a move.
Yeah, you want to help?
Nah, I'm good.
Hey, I still owe you that $500.
Yeah, and a lawnmower. Hey, you've got DirecTV.
Yeah.
Call them. They'll hook up your new pad with phone and super fast internet, and you can get that whole home DVR upgrade for free. I just saved you over $500. It's like you owe me now.
The Movers Deal. Call now to bundle, plus get our most advanced DVR upgrade for free.
Yankees Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by the professionals at your Tri-State GMC dealer. Why just go when you can go pro? By J&R Music and Computer World. And by Dunkin' Donuts, America runs on Dunkin'. Raul Ibanez will start it off against Justin Verlander. Yankees scored 2 in the first and 1 in the third. 2 home runs against Verlander. That's a high fly ball to right field. Bosch is there. 1 pitch, 1 out. Time now for the New York State Smokers Quit Line Quiz. And here's the question. Curtis Granderson is one of 3 players hit 20 or more home runs in a season for both the Tigers and the Yankees. Who are the other 2? I think I have one. Here's Nick Swisher. Benjamin Moore, scoreboard. The Yankees have painted themselves a 3-0 lead.
Did Cecil play a full year for the Yankees? I know he got traded at the end of 1 year.
It was at the end of 96, but I believe he played all of 97, I believe. But I'll have to check. Don't want to give out bad info. Cecil played 53 games in 96, and then he played 98 games in 97. Nick Swisher works a walk.
You just see fastball command. Verlander does not have it this afternoon.
That's his season high now, 4 walks. He's also at 62 pitches. It's such a tough game to figure out because you could see the stuff is still there, but he's just missing and not putting it where he wants. Chavez pops it up behind the plate, and that's going to make the seats out of play. We told you about Alex's home run being measured at 447 feet. It's the 8th longest home run measured here at Comerica Park. And the longest home run ever hit was by Carlos Pena of the Rays, 461 feet. I would say, John, if that wall wasn't there, it would probably travel a little bit farther.
Well, don't they take that into consideration?
I'm not sure. Tied him up with that one, the count 0-2. Served into left field, and it's a base hit. So Chavez picks up a single as Swisher will move to second.
Eric Chavez really has been swinging the bat well. Pulled a few balls last night, but stays on a curveball and just flicks it the other way. And again, another breaking ball up in the zone. Verlander has missed with his fastball. Location has not been very good. And a rolling curveball.
Martin hammers one to Cabrera. Fires to second for the double play. So the Yankees are on Verlander, but after 3.5, the lead is just 3-0. Verlander gets a line drive that's stabbed there by Cabrera, and he just flips to second for the double play.
Like the Rockies themselves, Coors Banquet Beer is an American original. It's only brewed in one place, Golden, Colorado, because that's where we find our Rocky Mountain water and the best high country barley. Now maybe that's uncompromising, and maybe brewing up here means an extra trip or two. But as you know, originals follow their own road. Coors, the banquet beer.
When it comes to sports sedans, the Audi A6 is faster,
It's appreciating. The 270 horsepower 2012 Cadillac CTS, the winner of an Edmunds.com Best Retained Value Award.
Now lease a 2012 CTS sports sedan for $319 a month. Visit CadillacTristate.com for this attractive offer.
Agents, be on the lookout for aliens.
Try Dunkin's new Black Cocoa Cream Iced Coffee and call **DD for a text to capture your alien today. The galaxy runs on Dunkin'.
When it comes to quitting smoking, don't strike out. Get free help. Call the New York State Smokers Quit line at 1-866-NY-QUITS. That's 1-866-697-8487.
So let me get this straight. You're telling me that this car is just as reliable as a Honda Accord next door?
Well, pretty much. It has a super long warranty.
That's not the same thing.
Sure it is. If anything breaks, you can rely on the warranty. So it's reliable.
So it's the warranty that's reliable, not necessarily the car.
Were you this tough on the Honda dealer? I feel like you weren't.
The Accord from Honda. Named most trusted brand in America by KBB.com. Only a Honda is a Honda.
Time for the answer to the New York State Smokers Quit Line quiz. Curtis Granderson, one of 3 players, hit 20 more home runs in a season for both Detroit and the New York Yankees. Who were the other 2? And the answer is Matt Noakes and Gary Sheffield. Good question. Prince Fielder hits one deep to right. See ya! What a shot! Tigers are on the board. It's now 3-1 Yanks.
Well, Michael, you mentioned Prince Fielder on a hitting streak. It's been swinging the bat well lately. 9th home run of the year, and no doubt about this one. Jim Leland loves it. Tigers trying to get back in this ball game. And I wonder if Prince knew this was going out of the park. Got a little rolling curveball up and in, 415 feet.
Well, Phil Hughes is now allowed a home run in every single start this year. And that extends a record he doesn't want to hold. No Yankee pitcher has allowed a home run in each of his first 11 starts.
You can see Phil looking into it, the reaction of Prince Fielder.
Right to Cano. And he gets Delman Young. John, Yankee starters have allowed more home runs than any starters in the major leagues. And I asked Joe Girardi about it. He said, it's about location. It's not about stuff. He said they're not making their pitches.
Well, I agree with that, too. But, you know, they're also pitching in a park that is going to give up some home runs. I mean, to be fair. But a lot of times it is location. You know, that was a bad breaking ball up in the zone. He was trying to drop it in for a strike on a power hitter, assuming that he's going to take it. And, you know, he ambushed him and hit a solo shot. Those aren't the home runs that are going to kill Phil Hughes.
Did he check his swing? No, he did not, said Bob Davidson.
You know, you're going to give up some home runs as long as they're solo shots, and then you minimize the damage the rest of the way, you'll be fine.
Swing and a miss. That's a weak at bat for Bosch against Phil Hughes. Did not look good up there.
It's a weak at bat, but it's also a nice rebound after the home run. A hard shot to second base. You get the first out of the inning, and then on 3 pitches, you get a strikeout of Brennan Bosch, swinging at a high fastball.
On the Benjamin Moore scoreboard, Yankees are leading 3-1 as Johnny Peralta digs in. And a strike to Peralta. Peralta singled up the middle his first time up. That one is driven deep to left field. Backing up Ibanez on the track. He'll make the play in front of the wall for the final out of the 4th. So the Tigers get on the board. Prince Fielder leads off with a home run, and Johnny Peralta bidding for a second one. But there was enough ballpark out there for Ibanez to run it down.
Hey, how you guys doing tonight?
We're your hero. Anytime, anyplace, anywhere with Majestic jerseys. If it happens in baseball, it happens in Majestic.
Every carton of delicious Turkey Hill Bronx Bomber Sundae and Pinstripe Brownie Blast is a chance to win Yankees tickets.
Ugh, brain freeze. Bring in the closer.
So get into the game with Turkey Hill, official ice cream of the New York Yankees.
I have evidence that proves my dad's a space alien. Speaks a weird language. Drinks green stuff. He says he's from Albuquerque. I'm not buying it. I mean, just look at him. And one more thing. He has a spaceship. The evidence doesn't lie. My dad's an alien.
The highly advanced Audi A6, named to car and drivers 10 best. Experience exceptional value on the Audi A6 at your local dealer today.
Hi, everyone. Bob Lorenz with your Audi update. Red Sox and Blue Jays. Toronto trying to avoid a 3-game sweep. Here's one way you do that. Jose Bautista unloads off Daniel Bard. Bottom of the first, 3-run shot, 14th of the year. He's now homered in consecutive games for the 3rd time this year. Bard lasted just an inning and 2/3, gave up 5 runs and 6 walks. 5-0 Toronto.
Well, thank you very much, Bob. And on Wednesday, Yankee great and our Yes colleague, Lou Piniella, takes a seat for new GMC Presents Center Stage with Michael Kay. The always animated Sweet Lou looks back at his storied career, including his tenure in pinstripes and nearly 50 years around baseball. It's a new Center Stage Wednesday at 11 o'clock, only on Yes.
A lot of people keep asking me, John, when's Lou going to be back in the booth? When the Yankees are in Tampa Bay. I believe that's in the beginning of July.
It is.
And he will be doing those games.
Do you want to know why I know that?
Because you're doing those games.
Yes, but that's not the only reason why.
All right. I do want to know. Here's Jeter.
Well, we were talking, was it Friday night, about the band One Direction.
Right.
They're in concert the Friday before in Tampa, before we do that series.
So are you going to go?
I am going.
Well, wait, is your family going to be down there with you?
We're all flying down.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going on your own, solo.
You know better than that.
You do like that band.
No. The things that you do as a father for your daughter and her friends.
All right. You actually saw them when they performed on the Today Show.
I did. Have a good friend down at the Today Show, Howie, who's a huge Yankee fan. Hooked us up down there, had a great morning. Well, they had a great morning. It's a long day.
You seemed very happy when I saw you on the Today Show.
That is not true. I was standing there taking pictures.
Right. Ground ball is short. And Jeter is out, 1 away. Let's go back to our good buddy Bob Lorenz. He wants to talk to us. Bob, what do you have to say?
I do. I have an update from the Orioles-Rays game. Top of the second, Matt Wieters, who had not gone deep in 17 games. There it is. A solo shot, his 9th of the year. 1-0 O's leading that one as they look for their first back-to-back win since mid-May. Now back to Michael and the head of the traveling Flaherty family.
These are the standings in the American League East. The Orioles won last night 2-1. Great performance by Brian Mattis, and he has pitched well of late. And boy, the standings in the East, they're very tight. 3 games separate first place from last. And everybody is over 500. Now, I was listening in, John, because I try to get information from whatever source I can. to Jim Leland's in-game interview on TBS carrying this game nationally. And he said that Verlander might have had a rocky first inning where he gave up the home run and the 2 walks and a sac fly because he was upset that the game started 7 or 8 minutes later than it was supposed to because of the Maglio Ordonez ceremony. And Jim said that pitchers are creatures of habit.
He's 100% right. I mean, that's a long time, 7 or 8 minutes.
Fouled straight back here. Here's some of the ceremony. Games usually start at 1:05 here. It started at 1:13. There's Mike Ilitz, the owner of the Tigers, and then Maglio threw out the first pitch. That one is driven to right field. It's a fair ball inside the line. Kicks off the wall as Granderson makes it into second with a 1-out double.
Curtis now 1 for 2, a walk, a strikeout, and now a double against Verlander. You know, and I can understand that, Michael. I mean, starting pitchers go down to the bullpen at the exact time that they're used to, so they get into the dugout with maybe a few minutes to regroup and get ready to go out and throw that first pitch. But I was actually reading Verlander is so superstitious he eats Taco Bell the night before he goes out to pitch. So I'm assuming if he has Taco Bell before every start that he's probably a creature of habit, and when he goes to the bullpen and has it all down timed perfectly.
I get all that, but the 1:13 start didn't take him by surprise. We knew about it. The Yankees knew about it. So could he have just rejiggered his routine by 8 minutes? Now, we're told that it was supposed to be 1:08, so it was supposed to be a 3-minute delay, but it ended up being 1:13, so it was 5 minutes longer than even the Tigers expected.
Didn't seem to throw you off your game, though, Michael.
You got to go
You're
with
on
it.
top of
you
it.
got to go with it. Well, I had you with me. You see Granderson at second. Coming into this game, Granderson has played in all 460 innings that the Yankees played in. And there's only 4 players in baseball that have played in every inning of every game for their team. Since it's not a quiz, I'll just tell you, the Orioles' Adam Jones, Atlanta's Dan Uggla, and the Cubs' Starlin Castro. The days of that happening, it's over. No matter how young you are, healthy you are, managers just want to give you a rest every now and then. But the Yankees don't have many options at center field, so they've got to play Granderson all the time, especially with Brett Gardner being on the DL.
Here again, a conversation between Santos and Verlander. A battery that has not worked together until this afternoon. Trying to get on the same page. What's going on with Gardner?
They're hoping that he could be back by the Mets series. So he's taking some BP. And Joe Girardi said he doesn't think he needs more than 2 or 3 games of rehab. Strange swing there by Alex Rodriguez as he goes down on strikes.
It's one of those curveballs you see out of Verlander's hand and you expect it to break a little bit more than it does. A hanger up and in. This fools Alex Rodriguez. Expect it to break a little bit more than it does, and you take an emergency hack, can't put it in play, foul it off.
So 2 down, and that will bring up Cano. Strike. What started out as a brilliantly sunny day in Detroit, now somewhat cloudy. Dark clouds kind of roaming in from the third base grandstand, coming out over the field. Cano in the first inning looked about as overpowered as you'll ever see a great hitter look. Swung through a fastball, looked like he didn't have a chance to strike out there in the first. And when he was struggling early in the season, he was not able to hit the fastball. He was a little late on the fastball. 2-1.
And when Robinson is at his best, when he's taking pitches, you could tell he's perfectly balanced. Now even watching that take, his feet are moving around because the pitch was down and in, but just not all together with that lower half in his hands. A little more off balance than we're used to seeing him lately.
It's just odd here at the beginning of June to see Robinson Cano hit 283. I mean, he seems like the type of hitter that should be contending for a batting title every single year, and he has struggled at the start.
Well, I mean, he's one of those guys you think that he can just hit in his sleep. Every day he's going to go out there and hit 3 or 4 balls hard. It just goes to show you, even the great hitters, sometimes it takes a little bit more work, takes a little more time to find your swing.
98-mile-an-hour fastball fouled away. Now, the Yankees have had trouble in these situations, runner at second base. The last 3 seasons, in 2010, they were 7th in the American League, 258. 5th last year, 273. This year, they're 13th, 222. So Alex struck out with a runner at second. And the Yankees, to this point, with my calculations, I believe they're 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position tonight, or today, with 1 sac fly. So a 3-2 count on Cano with Teixeira on deck. Yankees lead 3-1. A home run by Jeter, a home run by A-Rod, a sac fly by Teixeira. That's their scoring. Three-2. High fly ball, right center. Bosch on the run, and he can't make the play, neither can Berry. It lands and goes to the warning track. Cano is going to go to third. Scoring easily is Granderson. The throw gets away from Cabrera, but backing up is Verlander, but the ball goes into the camera well, and that will allow Cano to score, and the Yankees lead 5-1. So that should be a triple and an error on the throw, allowing Cano to score.
Well, this is a gift all the way around because this ball was up in the air an awful long time, and you see the wind and the flags. Berry plating Robinson a little bit the other way. Bosch can't make up the ground. And Robinson Cano will have a triple and an RBI, and then you see Worth with the throw. Cabrera cannot keep it in front, and to tell you the truth, Cabrera did not do a good job of at least blocking the ball with his body. He tries to pick it, ends up in the camera well. Robinson Cano scores on the error. A bad play all the way around for the Tigers.
Teixeira grounds one to Worth, and that'll do it. But the Yankees pick up 2 big runs against Verlander, and you can see he is aggravated with the way he's pitched. We're halfway through. Yankees lead 5-1 here in Detroit.
Tuesday, an AL East battle rages in the Bronx as the Bombers return home for a huge series with the Rays. Complete coverage starts Tuesday at 6, only on Yes.
There are some baseball moments you just never forget. Chevrolet is proud to be the official vehicle of Major League Baseball and equally proud to be building the next generation of memories. From backyards to the big leagues, Chevy runs deep.
Find your local dealer at ChevyOffers.com.
See ya! Alex Rodriguez, the youngest man ever to get to 600 home runs.
Fans, come on to Yankee Stadium on Wednesday afternoon, June 20th, when the Yankees take on the Braves in an interleague matchup. The first 18,000 guests in attendance will receive a limited edition Hard Rock Cafe Yankee Stadium pin, the third in the series. The 2012 New York Yankees. Heroes remembered, legends born.
We began with the RX. Then we turned the page, creating the RX Hybrid. Now, we've turned the page again with the all-new RX F-Sport. This is the next chapter for the RX. This is the next chapter for Lexus. This is the pursuit of perfection.
CBS FM 101.1 with your favorite songs from the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s. CBS FM 101.1, New York's greatest hits.
Time for another look at today's Toyota text poll. The question: if you were starting a Major League franchise, which of these Tigers would you most want to build around? You've been texting us at 42951, and here's how you voted. Overwhelmingly, Justin Verlander is the guy that you'd want to start the franchise. And both John and I agree with that vote. So the Yankees lead 5-1, bottom of the fifth. And the pitch to Don Kelly is inside 1-0. 5-6-0, leading 1-2-1. Two and 0. And the count now is 2-1.
Well, Phil Hughes has only given up 2 hits in this game, and the pitch count at 58 here to start the 5th inning.
Count 3-1. This is the type of game, if you get 5 runs off Justin Verlander, you've got to win the game.
You have to win. You do.
So now the Yankee offense has done its part. Phil Hughes has to shut down a Tiger offense that is not that intimidating other than 3-4. So keep the other guys off the bases. 5-1 is a big lead against Verlander. And he walks the leadoff batter, a guy who was 6 for his last 46, Don Kelly.
Yeah, that's a problem right there. And he walked him on all fastballs. He wasn't trying to be cute, just missing with his location. You really have to regroup right here. The 5th inning, you have a 5-1 lead. You have number 9 up, Santos. Get aggressive again. Get right after the number 9 hitter.
Runner goes. Hit and run was on as Santos slaps it foul.
Interesting right there.
Jim Leyland trying to start something.
Yeah, down 4 runs. The number 9 hitter Santos, their 3rd catcher, trying to give him an opportunity to contribute offensively with a hit and run. Batting average at 167. Also an interesting call by Russell Martin, a curveball to the number 9 hitter who's struggling.
Catchers will occasionally go to the curveball. They think you're feeling out of sync.
It gets you back to your good mechanics because you have to slow down a little bit. You can't rush. So a nice job of changing it up by Russell Martin. Looks like they're going to go with another curveball.
Blocked by Martin.
Nice play by Russell Martin, steering this ball back towards home plate. Angles his chest and his chest protector back towards the plate. Nice job. I always feel Phil Hughes is at his best when he throws a curveball in that count there, 0-2, and then comes back with a high fastball. Elevate it somewhere here and see if you can get a swing and a miss. I feel like that combination of the high fastball with 2 strikes with the low curveball give him the best chance to be successful. Going in with the fastball.
They come away with a win today, and they have a very successful road trip at 6-3, taking 3 in a row against Oakland, losing 2 out of 3 to the Angels, and then if they win today, 2 out of 3 they win from the Tigers. Phil Hughes trying to even his record at 5-5, comes into the game 4-5, 5.64. Now the scoring on the Cano triple is a triple and RBI scoring Granderson, and he scores on the E4, the throw by Worth. And as John mentioned, it wasn't a great effort by Cabrera. Kind of olayed the ball, and Verlander was getting there to back up, but it got past him and into the camera well, which is one base.
Yeah, and there was no play at third base, so Cabrera just should have come off the bag and blocked it with his body.
Let's see if the Yankees turn two. There's one, and there's two. A 4-6-3 double play to double up Santos. So they erase the walk to Don Kelly.
Well, nice job by Phil Hughes getting the number 9 hitter, and you see Derek Jeter over to Robinson Cano. The high throw across the diamond, but Mark Teixeira able to get back on the bag in time. And yes, Mo. Phil Hughes making a pitch when he has to the number 9 hitter.
Quintin Berry takes high. Berry's 0 for 2. He has a modest 4-game hitting streak. 8 for his last 20, filling in for the injured Austin Jackson, who is recovering from an abdominal injury. Got that fastball by him. Former Yankee farmhand. Came over in the deal that scored the Yankees Curtis Granderson. The 1-2. Sliced the other way. And foul. When Jim Leland is asked about Berry's success, you know, what are you going to do when Austin Jackson gets back? He kind of shuts the media off right away and said, oh, wait a minute. He goes, there's a lot of things this kid can't do. He doesn't hit lefties well, and he hit CC Sabathia fairly well on, on Friday. But Jim points out the things that the kid can't do, and Austin Jackson is a center fielder.
Well, it's a nice story. Quintin Berry getting an opportunity, and you love a guy who gets an opportunity, takes advantage. Be a valuable player even when Austin Jackson comes back, right? Even if he's a 4th outfielder, can pinch run for you, give you a lefty at bat.
Had a hard time finding jobs the last couple of years. They didn't have playing time for him at AAA, a lot of organizations. So he's made the most of this chance, and the count now 3-2.
So again, with Phil Hughes, Berry does not have a home run. He has some speed, but come right after him here. 3-2, 2 outs, 4-run lead. Be aggressive.
Strike 3. Berry thought it was ball 4. So he strikes him out looking for the final out of the 5th, and they are barking from the Tiger bullpen, or should I say dugout. Ibanez will lead off here in the 6th.
All your life, you've been trading up. You exchanged the 3rd floor walk-up for the house you had your heart set on. So now that you're comfortably situated in life, let's talk about your car.
For a limited time during the Lincoln Exchange sales event, trade up to a luxurious Lincoln MKX with intuitive technology that responds to your voice and touch. Now, lease a 2012 Lincoln MKX for $419 a month, including a $1,000 exchange bonus. Only at your Lincoln dealer.
I've been manufacturing concrete paving stones for almost 30 years. Many homeowners continue to choose Cambridge with Armortech because of our experience and unique technology. And no other manufacturer has Armortech. That's what sets us apart. After all, you're making an investment. And don't be fooled by Armortech imitators or products that endorse having the color go through. Cambridge with Armortech. The proof is in the paver.
Cambridge paving stones with Armortech will always look like new.
When I was a young pup, I learned how to sniff out the pick of the pre-owned Lexus litter.
and how to be a woman or man's best friend when it came to finding the lowest prices. Now that I'm older, I look back on my pedigree and feel pride in the thousands of people who've lapped up the savings I've pointed them to. Like a dog with a bone, I won't stop until you find the model, year, and color you'll love, or exchange it within 48 hours with our worry-free exchange policy. Don't get me wrong, working like a dog to hunt down the perfect pre-owned Lexus for you wasn't all hard work.
This model won't tell you her year, but you can see her color is red. If you're looking for any model Infiniti from any year in any color, then you have to go to preownedinfiniti.tv. There you'll find an incredible selection, and you'll be able to find the model, year, and color you're looking for. Plus, every pre-owned Infiniti comes with a You Gotta Love It 48-hour exchange policy. So don't go the .com and route. Find the pre-owned Infiniti you're searching for at preownedinfiniti.tv. By the way, the model, she's beautiful, like our prices.
It's time to take a look at our Mazda pitcher profile on Justin Verlander. First pitch of the game, 90 miles an hour, a home run. Alex Rodriguez, 96, turns it around. Curtis Granderson, 95, velocity not a problem. And then a curveball to Robinson Cano, ends up in the gap in right center field. Verlander cannot believe it. Ends up a triple and an RBI.
Raul Ibanez will lead off the sixth, and there's a strike. Yankees lead 5-1. 2 starts against the Yankees, kind of similar. 7 hits on April 27th in 6 innings, 6 so far. You see the other numbers. Grounded to first, Fielder flips to Verlander. 1 away. Verlander gets 2 more outs, 54 straight starts with 6 innings or more. And this one is more impressive because he obviously doesn't have his great stuff, doesn't have great command, but still persevering. The 2 runs in the 5th inning really hurt, though. Game just has a different feel after those 2 runs.
And really nothing his fault there. I mean, Robinson Cano was kind of, fly ball was up in the air a long time.
Barry and Bosch just couldn't get to it. Pitch inside. The 1-1. High pop-up. Right field. Bosch puts it away for the second out. If you're hitting the road, take the Yankees with you this season. Subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every Yankees out-of-market game live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. So visit Yankees.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. Here's Chavez. Takes a pitch outside, 1-0. He is 1 for 2. Flied out to deep left and then served a single to left. Strike.
Yeah, Verlander staying away from Eric this whole ball game. Base hit to left, fly ball to left. Respecting the inner half, and last night Eric pulled a couple of balls to right center.
Count now 1-2. Shallow pop-up into left, and it finds grass for a base hit. So Chavez has gone that way 3 times, picked up 2 singles.
Well, Verlander's been pitching him away the whole ball game. A little change-up, down and away, and not the prettiest of swings. Tomorrow morning in the newspaper, it's going to look like another base hit for Eric Chavez. A thing of beauty. He's flipping it the other way. Nice piece of hitting.
Martin fouls it back, 0-1.
So it'll be another start for Verlander with at least 100 pitches. That was number 100, the curveball to Russell Martin.
The 1-2. Fly ball center field. Berry puts it away, and Verlander for the 54th straight game has gone 6 innings or more. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Worth, Cabrera, and Fielder coming up.
Agents, be on the lookout for aliens.
Try Dunkin's new Black Cocoa Cream Iced Coffee and call *DD for a text to capture your alien today. The Galaxy runs on Dunkin'.
Want better gas mileage? Come to Toyota's Save in May sales event and get amazing values from the company that offers more vehicles with a 40 combined MPG rating or higher. Right now, lease Corolla for just $149 a month, or get 0% APR on Corolla, or lease Camry with a class-leading MPG rating for $199 a month.
Toyota's Save in May sales event won't last long. So what are you waiting for?
Hurry in today.
Tuesday, an AL East battle rages in the Bronx as the Bombers return home for a huge series with the Rays. Complete coverage starts Tuesday at 6, only on Yes.
Hey, WB, you did same-day delivery, right?
Call in your order by 11:30. We'll deliver by 5.
I want my money back! I need a box of Sharpies today.
Hey, kids, here are your Sharpies. What's wrong?
This! We thought these cheap pens would do the job.
Well, don't worry. Sharpies dry fast and they never smudge or smear.
Hey, who paid me $1? Second autograph's only 50 cents. Now you can shop at home.
And that's our quarterly wrap-up. Any thoughts?
Wow.
Outstanding. Oh, it's off the charts. Booyah!
Excelente.
That went well.
Add flavor to your day with Dunkin's new breakfast burritos with fire-roasted veggies and delicious steak. Try one today. America runs on Dunkin'.
Today on an all-new episode of Yankees on Deck presented by Wimpy. From bats to belts, from this ring to that ring.
Welcome to WrestleMania 28.
Find out what happens when Robinson Cano and Eduardo Nunez show up at WrestleMania 28. It's an all-new episode today after the Joe Girardi Show, only on Yes.
Let's take a look at Tuesday's starting pitchers, brought to you by Verizon Fios. Welcome to America's fastest, most consistent, most reliable internet. Welcome to Life on Fios. Good matchup. James Shields against Andy Pettit. Our coverage begins at 6 with the BP show. 6:30 is the pregame. Right around 7:07 will be first pitch. Yankees against the Rays. A couple of Yankee fans here in Detroit. Good matchups in that 3-game set. Pettit against Shields. Ivan Nova against Alex Cobb. And then CC Sabathia against David Price. Nice.
I hate to say that, what was it, a 3.95 ERA for Shields, but that's high for him.
Yep. Worth swings and misses, count 0-2. Those are the probables that we just mentioned.
Wow, Thursday's a nice one.
You're with me, John, right?
Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I will be with you.
You, me, and Coney?
I think David Cohn. I'm not 100% sure.
Cool. The 1-2. Foul back. Tigers are thrilled about 3 straight sellouts here against the Yankees, and it's one of the reasons that Mike Ilitch wanted to build this stadium, which opened up in 2000, downtown. He could have made more money in a suburb, but it's his stated intent. He does go around Worth and tagged out by Martin to help revitalize downtown Detroit. He has the Fox Theater right next door, and by building it here, he convinced the Lions to build Ford Field, which is just beyond left field here, as they try to rebuild this great city. Cabrera swings and misses.
Boy, it's so much easier pitching to this guy with a 4-run lead. You can see Phil Hughes just comes right at him with a fastball up.
Another fastball foul back, 0-2.
Cabrera loves the ball down, as we saw some of the replays last night. He's a low ball hitter. You can beat him and jam him up and in if you can hit that spot. Anything down he loves.
Swing and a miss. 3 straight strikeouts for Phil Hughes to end the 5th, and now 2 to start the 6th.
And you like the body language again, just aggressive, up a little bit, away. 3 pitches to a very good hitter, Cabrera, right by him.
Here's Prince Fielder. He's accounted for the only run for the Tigers, a long home run in the 4th inning.
You got a breaking ball first pitch. Prince Fielder did his last at bat. Again, Phil staying with the fastball, got strike 1 with a fastball.
And it is confirmed, John, that David Cohn will be with us for those 3 games. That one is chopped to Teixeira. Laid out of the box is Fielder. And Mark touches first. A nice, easy 1-2-3 inning against a hard part of the order for Phil Hughes. We go to the 7th. Leading off is Derek Jeter.
This one by Mattingly. Oh, hang on to the roof. Goodbye, home run.
Swung on and line to left field. Down the line, it is gone. It's a walk-off by Mark Teixeira.
Fans, come out to Yankee Stadium on Thursday, June 7th, when the Yankees take on their division rivals, the Rays. The first 18,000 guests in attendance will receive a New York Yankees fragranced bracelet, courtesy of the Cloudbreak Group. The 2012 New York Yankees. Heroes remembered, legends born.
The crossover. We have the technology to rebuild it. SkyActiv technology makes it stronger than it was before, with advanced safety features that make it an IIHS top safety pick, and innovations like blind spot monitoring. The all-new Mazda CX-5 will be that crossover. Better, stronger, smarter. We build Mazdas. What do you drive?
This summer, win a legendary voyage to Heineken destinations around the world. Head to your local participating retailer for details.
The Chevy Cruze has remote access. It can check my oil life and tire pressure all through my smartphone.
I wouldn't have thought of you as the techie gadget guy, Tim.
Why? Because I'm old?
Well, boss, you do call it my face.
Transferred your contacts from your old address book to your new rotary-style address book.
Ooh, rotary style.
Now, very well-qualified lessees of a 1999 or newer non-GM vehicle can get a 2012 Chevy Cruze LS for around $139 per month. EPA estimated 36 miles per gallon highway.
Yankees Baseball on Yas, brought to you in part by Pure Michigan. Discover a new playground waiting just for you. Come discover Pure Michigan. Your trip begins at michigan.org. We go to the top of the 7th inning here at Comerica Park. Yankees are leading this one 5-1 on the Cadillac scoreboard. And Derek Jeter will lead it off. Derek Jeter led the game off with a home run. First pitch that he saw from Justin Verlander. Since then, a double play, ground ball, and the ground ball is short. So he is 1 for 3. And a strike. Sun burning through the clouds again, and now the field is in sunlight. Brought to you in part by Pure Michigan. Discover a new playground waiting just for you. Come discover Pure Michigan. Your trip begins at michigan.org. We go to the top of the 7th inning here at Comerica Park. Yankees are leading this one 5-1 on the Cadillac scoreboard. And Derek Jeter will lead it off. Derek Jeter led the game off with a home run. First pitch that he saw from Justin Verlander. Since then, a double play, ground ball, and a ground ball is short. So he is 1 for 3. And a strike. Sun burning through the clouds again, and now the field is in sunlight.
Wonder how long Jim Leland's going to let Verlander go. Down 5-1 here. 105th pitch coming.
That one is looped into right center field, a base hit, and another multi-hit game for Derek Jeter.
It's the same approach he's had for years. Pull your hands in. Either drive it the other way like you did with a home run, or block it off the other way for a base hit.
Derek with 75 base hits this year. And against Verlander, he is now 11 for 32. Dwayne Belo warming up. Verlander usually doesn't give up home runs to right-handed hitters, but the Yankees have scored all the right-handed home runs off of him. Jeter today, Alex today, Alex previously in April, and Russell Martin as well. 2-1.
Well, he's tough on righties, obviously tough on lefties with the changeup and the curveball. Difference for the left-handers, that curveball coming in. Righties, it goes away.
Count 2-2. Granderson walked and scored in the first, struck out in the third, and doubled and scored in the fifth. Jeter held on by Fielder. And Alex is on deck. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Jeter stops, and having a run down, throw to first. He gets back. So Jeter adroitly avoids a double play.
Well, you can see Derek not trying to steal a base. He's hoping for contact. Once it's strike three, he's able to retreat. And it looks like Prince Fielder just misses the tag. First base umpire Dan Bellino. We'll get a good look here if he applies the tag. Tough call.
Pitch inside to Alex. Alex 1 for 2. Had a long home run against that back wall in left center in the third inning. His 9th of the year. 638th of his career. As long as that home run was, and it was 447, it was not as long as the one Cabrera hit yesterday against Corey Wade into the camera stand out in center. Alex Rodriguez with a base hit in the center field. So a multi-hit game for him.
Well, this was earlier in the third inning, and Alex just turns a fastball around 447 feet. Pretty impressive. And earlier this year in April at the stadium, fastball out over the plate. Verlander knows it with that short porch out there.
And Alex's single is the final touch for Verlander's day, as Jim Leyland will go to the bullpen with Cano due up. He will bring in the lefty Belo. So a rough outing for Justin Verlander, who might lose his third game in a row for the first time in 4 years. Well, Jim Leyland makes the call to the bullpen, brought to you by AT&T. Verlander is done, and they call on the left-hander Dwayne Belo. Good numbers. This is his 15th game. 20 base runners in 22 1/3 innings.
You love that. Only 3 walks in 22 1/3.
Here's Cano. Inside. Verlander 6 1/3, 9 hits. 5 runs, 3 earned. 4 walks, 4 strikeouts through 114 pitches. And the runners on base obviously are his responsibility.
The Yankees did a nice job against Verlander. He didn't have his best stuff today. Derek Jeter kind of set the tone early on. First pitch of the game. His last 3 outings up in the Verlander we're used to from last year.
Grounded to fielder. He thought about going to second. They'll take it at first as the runners move up.
Fielder looked at second base, decided to take the easy out at first. A good look at second. He had plenty of time to get Alex Rodriguez, but decides against it.
You don't realize what a good first baseman means until you see that, because the guy at the plate, Mark Teixeira, definitely throws that ball to second base, gets that out, and there's one less runner in scoring position, but fielder did not want to risk it. So here's Teixeira.
Mark probably makes it close enough where you're thinking about a double play, or it's a close play coming back across the diamond. The little things defensively that can save you some runs. We'll see how it plays out.
And there's a strike. When they put this Tigers team together, that was a concern, and it has certainly been a problem all year. Their infield defense is below average. One. Fly ball left field. Kelly drifts back. He'll make the play for the final out of the 7th. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left on base at the end of 6.5 innings of play. Yankees lead the Tigers 5-1, but on this Sunday we'll stay right here at Comerica as they honor America. Thank you, Bob. Right here, it's 5-1 Yankees. Time for the game summary brought to you by your local Nissan dealer. 5-9-0 Yanks. 1-2-1 for the Tigers. Bill Hughes doing a nice job. 6 innings, 2 hits, a run, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. A nice bounce back after his performance in Anaheim. Jeter and Rodriguez each have a solo home run. And Prince Fielder accounting for the only run for the Tigers. A deep shot to right field. That came in the 4th inning. So Phil Hughes will now face Delman Young, Brennan Bosch, and Johnny Peralta on the Cadillac scoreboard. 5-1 Yankees. You know, we were talking about Prince Fielder not trying to turn that double play, and Mark Teixeira would have. And Kenny Singleton, who was in the the studio with Bob just texted me. He said that Mark Teixeira has started 8 double plays this year, the most of any first baseman. So that's what a great first baseman can do for a team. But Prince can hit. Fouled away.
We still see that fastball in the 7th inning has plenty of life. Delman Young late again on that fastball. 0 for 2, strikeout and a ground out. Well, the Tigers would love to get him going, huh? A little protection for the guys in the middle of the lineup.
And he swings and misses. So he's down on strikes for the 2nd time. Well, Time Warner customers, you won't have to miss a game again now that you can watch live Yes Network Yankees games on your PCs or laptops with Time Warner Cable. Get a full season of live Yankees games on the go for just $49.99. Now, if you're a Time Warner Cable customer, all you have to do is go to yesnetwork.com to get more information and then subscribe. There's a strike to Bosch, who was 0 for 1, a ground ball to first and a strikeout. In the bottom of the 7th inning, Yankees up 5-1, the rubber game of this 3-game set.
Well, Phil Hughes has thrown 5. His last 5 pitches to Brendan Bosch have all been fastballs, and he's just been overpowering them. The Tigers have to be disappointed with Bosch. You know, they came into this year with a lot of expectations. Had the thumb injury last year, looking for a healthy season. Got off to a slow start.
229, 5 homers, and 19 ribbies. The 0-2. Well, Martin wanted it down. He got it down.
Well, 5 fastballs in a row. Russell Martin says, you know what, let's bounce a curveball, change the eye level a little bit. Let's see if he comes back with another one or tries to challenge him up in the zone. I think you can get Bosch with a fastball up if you locate.
Popped up, third base. Chavez makes the play. 2 outs. That's going to bring up Johnny Peralta.
Well, Phil Hughes, however this turns out, is going to feel awfully nice about this afternoon. A nice rebound performance, like you said, Michael, from his game out in Anaheim. Pitch count still manageable at 95.
That one served into right field. A base hit for Peralta, his 2nd of the game. So 2 of the 3 hits against Hughes have come off the bat of Peralta.
It's been 2 hits for Peralta and the home run from Fielder. And with 2 outs and a 4-run lead, Phil Hughes doing exactly what you're supposed to do. Challenge the hitter, force some action, base hit to right field, no big deal.
There's Don Kelly. Fouled out to Chavez and walked. Fouled away. Popped up behind the plate. Russell Martin will make the play, and that will do it. Strong 7 for Phil Hughes. No runs a hit, no errors, and 1 man left. In the 8th inning, Raul Ibanez will start it off.
The wait is finally over. It's time for Hyundai to bring on the tent and get ready to bring on the attention with a sleek and stylish Sonata. The Sonata also brings 35 mpg highway to the lineup of America's most fuel-efficient car company. Plus, get Hyundai Assurance, including America's best warranty. And now you can bring home the Sonata for just 0% APR plus $500 bonus cash, or lease one for $199 a month. But hurry to your local dealer, because eventually we have to bring down the tent.
Only a Honda is a Honda sales event is going on right now. And Hillside Honda is the dealer to show you why a Honda is a Honda. Drive any new 2012 Honda from Hillside Honda today for 0 down with 0.9 APR financing or 0 due at lease signing. For complete details, go to hillsidehonda.com. That's right, drive any new 2012 Honda from Hillside Honda today for 0 down with 0.9 APR financing or 0 due at lease signing. It's only a Honda is a Honda sales event going on right now at Hillside Honda in Queens, New York. Click hillsidehonda.com or call for complete details.
You know that a drug overdose can look like this. But did you know many overdoses start out looking like this? Even though they're prescribed by a doctor, prescription painkillers can be dangerous and can lead to serious addiction or death. So take prescription painkillers only as directed. Never share them, and dispose of unused pills right away. To learn more or for help, call 311 or 1-800-LIFENET or go to nyc.gov.
Great day for a move.
Yeah, you want to help?
Nah, I'm good.
Hey, I still owe you that $500. Yeah, and a lawnmower.
Hey, you've got DirecTV.
Yeah.
Call them. They'll hook up your new pad with phone and super fast internet, and you can get that whole home DVR upgrade for free. I just saved you over $500. It's like you owe me now.
The Movers Deal. Call now to bundle, plus get our most advanced DVR upgrade for free.
Phil Hughes has had a nice afternoon. We're going to look at our K by K for Phil. First strikeout came on a curveball to Delman Young, down and away. A fastball up in the zone. Another fastball up. And a good curveball down. Comes back with another fastball away to Cabrera, and that finishes Delman Young off again with another curveball. 6 strikeouts on the afternoon for Phil Hughes.
So he should be a big contender for today's Chevy Player of the Game, and you could vote along with us for that award. Text your vote to 42951 or vote online at yesnetwork.com. Today's candidates: number 1, Robinson Cano; number 2, Phil Hughes; number 3, Derek Jeter; number 4, Alex Rodriguez. Vote now. Make your voice heard. Standard text messaging rates apply. Dwayne Bilo deals low to Ibanez as we start the 8th inning. Yankees lead this one 5-1. Ibanez, Swisher, and Chavez. There's a strike. Should be a fun week coming up at the stadium. As John mentioned earlier, tomorrow's an off day. I believe Yogi Berra has his golf tournament tomorrow.
Yes, he does.
And then 3 games against Tampa Bay, and then 3 games against the Mets. And because he threw so many pitches, John, Santana threw 134 in his no-hitter. They're going to give him an extra day rest, and with their off day, in all likelihood, he is going to start Friday against the Yankees. So that adds another level of intrigue. That one's popped up. The shortstop, Peralta, makes the play to retire Ibanez. Want to remind everybody, as we said, the Yankees are back in the Bronx, and they welcome the division rival Rays to the stadium. Our coverage starts at 6 on Tuesday with the Audi batting practice show and then the Tri-State Ford pregame. Then David Cohn's going to join John and me in the booth, only on Yes.
Well, you have to check in. I mean, Hideki Matsui back in the Bronx.
That's right. That's right.
He's hit a couple of home runs, right, for the Rays? I think he has 2.
Yep. That's a nice week of baseball in New York City. Strike to Nick Swisher. Turns around to the right side against the lefty Bilo. Hot shot and foul. Yankees with 9 hits today, and Brian Villarreal warming up. And before the game, early this morning in the clubhouse, the assembled media crowded around Yankee hitting coach Kevin Long, peppering him with questions about his ejection yesterday and also the team's inability to hit with runners in scoring position and bases loaded. And they were asking a lot of questions, and at one point Derek Jeter walked by and he said in a reporter voice, hey, are we ever going to hit again? We ever going to hit again? And Long said, yeah, we'll hit again. Ground ball up the middle. Right there is Worth. 2 outs. Well, Derek could be the one who's a little bit more relaxed about it, John, because he's one of the few Yankees that have been hitting all year.
Well, he is. I mean, it's such a thing that goes through cycles, but it seems like this cycle has lasted a long time. The Yankees will have a game or 2 where they bust out, and you say, okay, now it's past, let's move on, and then they struggle again. Unfortunately, Kevin and all the other guys have to answer questions about it.
There's a strike to Chavez, who was 2 for 3. Why not smile? The 0-1. Again, he goes left side, this time fielded there by Peralta. And a 1-2-3 inning for Dwayne Bilo and the Tigers. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It'll be 9-1-2 in the Tiger order against Phil Hughes. Every night or again the next morning at 9, and it's brought to you by our good friends at Verizon Fios. We go to the bottom of the 8th, and Omir Santos will lead off. And the pitch is a breaking ball low. Now you look at Santos' numbers and you'll see it's very odd. How is his batting average higher than his on-base percentage? Fly ball, right field. Swisher is there. One away. A lot of people ask me that on Twitter his last time up, and here's the way. He has 1 hit, so let's say he's 1 for 7. So that's his batting average. But your on-base percentage is how many times you actually come to the plate. He also has a sac fly thrown in there. So his on-base percentage is 1 for 8, and his batting average is 1 for 7. That's how it works out that it's higher.
Thank you for that.
You got it. Hyundai scoreboard 5-1, Yankees lead. Here's Clinton Berry. And that one is slapped to Derek Jeter for the second out.
I love the fact Joe Girardi sending Phil Hughes back out there for the 8th inning. If he gets his last out in the 8th inning, it will be his highest pitch innings-wise this year as Dwayne Wise takes over in left field. He threw 7 2/3 against Seattle earlier this year. And Michael, you mentioned the week-long baseball day off tomorrow and then a lot of baseball at the stadium. Give your bullpen another inning off if he can get through this inning.
There's a strike.
Still pumping strikes, 101st pitch.
.93 miles an hour, so still has velocity, and that's how the pitches have broken down that easy 4th inning. His high this year is 115 against Kansas City. And that was over 6 2/3 innings, so much more economical in this game against the Tigers, the 2-1. Count 3-1.
Again, we talked about it all game. You got to get the guys out in front of the big boys in the middle of the lineup. 3-1 right here to Worth. Go right at him.
Boone Logan in the bullpen. Hot shot to Jeter. Oh, he picks it. Goes across the diamond, and a nice stretch by Teixeira, and that will do it. 8 strong innings for Phil Hughes, and a nice play by Derek Jeter. That's just instincts right there, and survival as well. Phil Hughes has survived 8. Yankees lead 5-1.
So it's between this or the Honda Civic next door.
Okay, done. This one.
They say the Civic is the best-selling car in its class.
It's possible.
It also has this cool Econ button that helps maximize fuel efficiency.
Oh yeah, this car has a lot of buttons. Get a defrost button, radio button, cruise control button, window button, wiper button, trunk button, super button, buttons inside of buttons, buttons controlling other buttons.
We're just interested in the Econ button.
That's one button. This is a car with many buttons.
The Civic from Honda. 39 mpg highway and a way to help you make the most of it. Only a Honda is a Honda.
We're your hero. Anytime, anyplace, anywhere with Majestic jerseys. If it happens in baseball, it happens in Majestic.
When it comes to quitting smoking, don't strike out. Get free help. Call the New York State Smokers Quit Line at 1-866-NY-QUITS. That's 1-866-697-8487.
Trophies and awards lift you up, but they can also hold you back. Unless you ask, what's next? This is the next level of performance, the next level of innovation, the next RX, the all-new F-Sport. This is the pursuit of perfection.
Buy right with WB Mason and improve office productivity with Swingline Stack and Shred Shredder featuring hands-free shredding of 100, 250, or 500 sheets at a time. Delivered by who but WB Mason.
Well, following the last out, catch the WB Mason postgame. Bob Lorenz and Kenny Singleton wrap up today's series finale right here from Detroit. Plus, Meredith Marakovitz has the reaction from the clubhouse and also Joe Girardi's manager's report. It's a must-watch. You watch the game, so watch the WB Mason postgame only on Yes. We go to the ninth inning. Russell Martin leads off against a new pitcher, Brian Villarreal, and that one is fouled away. Yankees lead 5-1. Those are the numbers you'll see on Villarreal. They're very good. 10 innings, 5 hits, 6 walks. That's not great. 16 strikeouts. That is good. 0.90 ERA.
He's got a big arm, Michael. We saw him Friday night in this series. Sometimes a little erratic, but a power fastball with movement and a good slider.
There's a base hit to right field for Russell Martin. He's going to go for 2. The ball is cut off by Bosch, but it was cut off so deep, Martin can get the second standing with a double.
Well, that is a nice piece of hitting from the right-handed hitting catcher. Russell Martin just rifles this ball to right center field. Good sign for him. Possibility it's his last at bat this afternoon. Take that into your off day and look forward to the Rays series.
Here's Derek Jeter. 2 for 5 today. There's a strike.
What do you think? You send Phil Hughes back out there?
I would. I don't think they're going to.
He'd be going right after Cabrera, Fielder, and Young if they do send him back out.
And I wouldn't do it, John, just so much to save the bullpen. You have an off day anyway. I think it'd be a great mental thing for him to throw 9 innings against this team.
Sure.
We've got Freddie Garcia up in the bullpen. I don't know if he's just taking some to the mitt. Hasn't pitched in a while.
Taking some to the mitt. Like that.
Thank you. The 0-1. Oh, look at a bug on our robotic camera. Looks like a ladybug. Gone. The right-hander Diaz. Just missed. 97 miles an hour. Crowd of 42,419. 3 straight sellouts. Yankees and the Tigers here in Detroit. Some standing room only as well. Outside the ballpark, getting a free look.
I was wondering, though, did they sell standing room only? You see the people standing in the aisles in the stadium? The walkways there? Is that standing room? Yeah.
Yeah. We're told that it's $15 just to get in the ballpark without a seat and stand around. One-two. Fouled away.
Derek Jeter battling here. We talked about Villarreal and his quality stuff, his arm. Fastball, fastball, slider, spoiling some tough pitches.
That kind of runs contrary to standing room only.
There must be designated areas that you can stand.
Swing and a miss. Jeter down on strikes. Villarreal wins that battle.
Talked about his stuff. It's a power fastball and a good slider. Derek Jeter, a good battle. Doesn't work out for him this time.
Pitch inside to Granderson. Granderson walked and scored in the first, struck out in the third, doubled and scored in the fifth, and then struck out in the seventh. Popped up. Cabrera in foul territory. Makes the play for the second out. That'll bring up Alex Rodriguez, which also brings us to our Land Rover drive of the game.
Well, Alex Rodriguez, a very impressive 447-foot home run, turning around a Justin Verlander fastball. Your Land Rover drive of the game.
Well, he's going to have an opportunity to turn around another fastball right here. Let's see if he's up to the challenge. Martin stays at second. 2 men out. 97 miles an hour, 0-1.
Nice afternoon, 2 for 3, a walk, home run, and a single. You know, Kenny Singleton always talks about that walk being mixed in there. You know, Michael, it's a sign of good things to come. Mix in a walk here and there. Got a good idea of the strike zone.
Popped up, a long run for Bosch, also for Worth, and it falls untouched. A lot of foul territory. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the New York Yankees. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the New York Yankees. This is one of those rare new ballparks where there's a lot of foul territory. And the newer ballparks, they want the fans closer so they don't have as much foul territory, but not the case at Comerica, which opened in 2000. And also, most of the new ballparks are built a little bit smaller, and this is a big yard, 420 to dead center.
Well, didn't they build this to attract pitchers? Wanted to come to Detroit, in the old Tiger Stadium, one of the great hitters' parks. Ball really flew out of there. You see they moved the fences in. It was playing too big.
Well, they did the same thing with Citi Field, John, but I think it fouls up your hitters. Your hitters have to play their 81 games. You know, opposing hitters come in, they don't change their swing because of the massive dimensions, and the Mets decided during this offseason to bring the fences in, and the Tigers did a couple of years ago as well. That back wall was the original wall. One, two. 98 high. 2-2.
He's not afraid to go inside either on Alex Rodriguez. All these fastballs have been in and in off the plate.
The 2-2. Cool fastball by him upstairs. And that'll do it for the Yankees. No runs a hit, no errors, and one man left. Bottom of the ninth. Heart of the order coming up for the Tigers, and Phil Hughes looks like he'll face him.
I have evidence that proves my dad's a space alien. He speaks a weird language. Drinks green stuff. He says he's from Albuquerque. I'm not buying it. I mean, just look at him. And one more thing. He has a spaceship. The evidence doesn't lie. My dad's an alien.
The highly advanced Audi A6, named to car and drivers 10 best. Experience exceptional value on the Audi A6 at your local dealer today.
Like the Rockies themselves, Coors Banquet Beer is an American original. It's only brewed in one place, Golden, Colorado, because that's where we find our Rocky Mountain water and the best high country barley. Now maybe that's uncompromising, and maybe brewing up here means an extra trip or two. But as you know, originals follow their own road. Coors, the banquet beer.
When it comes to sports sedans, the Audi A6 is faster.
At depreciating. The 270 horsepower 2012 Cadillac CTS, the winner of an Edmunds.com Best Retained Value Award.
Now lease a 2012 CTS sports sedan for $319 a month. Visit CadillacTristate.com for this attractive offer.
An AL East battle rages in the Bronx as the Yankees take on the Rays. Tuesday, it's the Bombers' chance to make a statement in the standings.
That one's driven deep to right center field. See ya!
As they return home for a huge three-game series with Tampa. Complete coverage starts Tuesday at 6 with Audi batting practice today, only on Yes.
Later on today, you can catch a new WB Mason Presents the Joe Girardi Show as the skipper evaluates the Bombers' 9-game road trip. Then on Yankees on Deck, presented by Blimpie, Robinson Cano and Eduardo Nunez get an all-access pass to WrestleMania 28. It's all coming up later after the postgame, only on Yes.
Surprise ending to the Joe Girardi Show as well.
You had me on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, a surprise ending where he admits that he would do something that you would never think he would do if it was offered to him. That pitch is a strike to Cabrera. Now you want to watch, don't you, John?
Well, I have to call my wife and have her DVR the show. Watch it when we get back.
So you're not surprised that Phil Hughes is coming out for the ninth?
You know what? I thought Joe could have went two ways. You could have taken him out after, 8 innings and 105 pitches and say, hey, great job. You threw 8 strong innings. But sending him out now, another challenge. Here are your best hitters with the Tigers. Cabrera, fielder. This could be a fantastic afternoon for his confidence.
I like the move. I really do. If he gets into trouble, you go to the bullpen.
115. The high for pitches for Phil this year.
Still throwing hard, 93 miles an hour with the fastball. His only mistake, the home run he allowed to Prince Fielder leading off the 4th. And he strikes out Cabrera. The foul tip held on to
by Martin.
Now, Michael, do you still feel like every time Phil takes the mound, he's auditioning for his spot in the rotation as we take another look at the fastball right by Cabrera? He's beat him a couple of times to that spot.
I don't.
You don't?
Because I thought that there would be some talk about maybe moving him to the bullpen after the way he pitched against the Angels, but the Yankees believe he is a starter, and Joe talks about some of that on the show, which will be after the postgame. He said, our organization believes this guy's a starter. So I don't think he's auditioning. Here's Fielder. In his career, John, Phil Hughes has had only one complete game, and it was a rain-shortened 6-inning shutout. So he will be scaling a mountain that he's never scaled before if he gets 2 more outs. The 1-1. Right to Jeter. And Hughes is 1 out away from a complete game.
And a nice job coming back and getting Fielder. After he hit that home run, a weak ground ball to Mark Teixeira, and then a ground ball to Derek Jeter gets in on his hands. So still plenty of life on that fastball, his 113th pitch.
That complete game, by the way, was in Chicago against the White Sox August 12th of last year. It was Delman Young, pitches high. One and one. Hughes pitching a 3-hitter, the only run, Prince Fielder home run on a breaking ball to start off the inning, and Fielder crushed it. Otherwise, 2 harmless singles to Johnny Peralta. And another single there to Delman Young.
I see Joe Girardi turning around talking to Larry Rothschild. He's had good success against Brendan Bosch.
So he's at 116 pitches. That's a season high. Kid runs on the field. He's in the outfield right now. His career high is 117 pitches. And the security here at Comerica Park is very
patient,
slow.
very patient.
Without getting this kid. Now the kid is heading toward Cano. And now he's going to get tackled right behind second base. Very patient. The kid was allowed to go all the way out and try to shake Nick Swisher's hand, and nobody even tried to intercept. Amazing. Now you know the rules in television. We will not show the people that do that to encourage further people to do it again. So, but that is exactly what's happening. As they cart off a miscreant youngster, we welcome an angelic youngster into the world, Cecilia Janice Oriema. Born to our colleague Joe and his wife Kelly, and already they have assured that she's going to be a Yankee fan there, John. She's got the Yankee bow on, which is bigger than her head. So congratulations to Dad and Mom, and welcome to the world, Cecilia.
Yeah, absolutely gorgeous, and thank goodness she takes after Kelly and not Joe, as Joe Girardi comes out and has a little talk with Phil Hughes. We'll pat on the back, go get him, go get this last out.
So the youngster is let out through the right field fence. Joe Girardi did go out and talk with Hughes, just to assure him to go get him. So he's going to throw a career high tying 117th pitch here. And the pitch is high to Bosch. Bosch is 0 for 3, grounded to first, struck out, and popped to third.
Yeah, he's had good success with that high fastball to Bosch. Staying away from that down and in zone.
1-1.
It'll be a nice road trip, Michael, if they can finish it out here and get this last out.
It would finish up at 6-3. They're not holding Delman Young at first. 1-1. Now 1 strike away. And the pitch, 93 miles an hour, so the velocity's still there. He's at 120 pitches. Phil battled a dead arm last year, but that has not been the case this year at all. He's had good stuff right from the very first start. It's all about location. The 2-2, driven out to left field. Long run for Dwayne Wise, and it's a foul ball. Yankees won Friday. They lost last night. Now they're leading 5-1 here on a Sunday. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. A complete game for Phil Hughes. An outstanding performance by the 25-year-old. And the Yankees win this one 5-1. John, it's made more impressive by how he struggled against the Angels. To come back with this performance is a pretty good sign.
Yeah, when we started this game, we were talking about Verlander and Will Hughes be able to match him after that outing in Anaheim, and he finishes up with another strikeout, a high fastball. And you mentioned velocity on the fastball still at the end of the game, not a problem. You wonder if this confidence-wise will get him to a new level. Get on a run.
Pretty pumped up there after getting the strikeout of Bosch, so he's celebrating and he likes being out there. Not too many starting pitchers get that opportunity at the end of the game. Stick around for the post-game show to find out who's today's Chevy Player of the Game. I mean, I want you to stick around, but let's be honest. If it's not Phil Hughes, there has to be an investigation into the voting procedure at Yes. We'll come back and wrap it up.
Hey, how you guys doing tonight?
Need a new car? Now's the time to get amazing deals from Toyota, the full-line brand with the longest-lasting vehicles during Toyota's Save in May sales event. Right now, lease RAV4 for just $189 a month, or get 0% APR financing for a full 60 months on RAV4, or get $750 cash back.
Toyota's Save in May sales event won't last long. So what are you waiting for?
Hurry in today.
Connecticut School of Broadcasting, with a campus in Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey, and Westbury, Long Island, has placed thousands of graduates in a matter of months, not years. Day and evening classes begin in July. Connecticut School of Broadcasting, 1-800-TV-RADIO or GoCSB.com.
Only a Honda is a Honda sales event is going on right now. And Hillside Honda is the dealer to show you why a Honda is a Honda. Drive any new 2012 Honda from Hillside Honda today for $0 down with 0.9 APR financing or 0 due at lease signing. For complete details, go to hillsidehonda.com. That's right, drive any new 2012 Honda from Hillside Honda today for $0 down with 0.9 APR financing or 0 due at lease signing. It's only a Honda is a Honda sales event going on right now at Hillside Honda in Queens, New York. Click hillsidehonda.com or call for complete details.
You know that a drug overdose can look like this.
But did you know many overdoses start out looking like this? Even though they're prescribed by a doctor, prescription painkillers can be dangerous and can lead to serious addiction or death. So take prescription painkillers only as directed. Never share them, and dispose of unused pills right away. To learn more or for help, call 311 or 1-800-LIFENET or go to nyc.gov.
Connecticut School of Broadcasting, with a campus in Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey, and Westbury, Long Island, has placed thousands of graduates in a matter of months, not years. Day and evening classes begin in July. Connecticut School of Broadcasting, 1-800-TV-RADIO or GoCSB.com.
Solid road trip for the Yankees, 6-3 with 2 stops on the West Coast, and they finish it up with a victory against the Tigers 5-1, 5-10-0 to 1-4-1. Time of the game manageable, 2:39. Hughes evens up at 5-5. Verlander loses his 3rd straight for the first time since 2008. Hughes a complete game, Jeter with a home run, and Alex Rodriguez with a home run as well. Coming up on the Yes Network, stay tuned for the WB Mason postgame show with Bob Lorenz, Ken Singleton, and Meredith Marakovitz. Special thanks to producer Frank DeGrace, coordinating director John Moore, Jared Boschnak, John Purcell, Ed Delaney, Woody Fryman, and our executive producer is Mr. John J. Filippelli. Join us again Tuesday for Yankees baseball as the Bombers travel back home to take on the Rays from Yankee Stadium in the Bronx. Coverage begins at 6 right here on the Yes Network. Once again, the final score from Comerica: the Yankees 5 and the Detroit Tigers 1. Now, let's go to Bob Lorenz and Ken Singleton standing by in our Yes Network studios. Guys?
Michael, thank you. Great to have you with us, as always, here on the WB Mason Yankees postgame. It is a 5-1 Yankees win. It's 2 of 3 in Detroit and a 6-3 road trip. But I'm going to ask you a question, Kenny, that I'm sure you've already gotten 100 times on Twitter. Who was that Phil Hughes, and where has he been?
Well, Phil Hughes, certainly a great bounce-back start this afternoon in Detroit. Something the Yankees really needed to have a very good road trip, 6-3 on the trip. And not only that, beating Justin Verlander, who the very first pitch of the game was trailing after he threw it to Derek Jeter, and Derek hit it for a home run. So that kind of set the tone for the afternoon. I thought Verlander wasn't Verlander early. In the middle, he showed signs of bouncing back. By that time, the Yankees had a pretty good lead.
Yeah, at that point, Hughes set the tone for the rest of the day, and Michael Kay said that it would be outrageous if the Chevy player of the game was anybody but Phil Hughes, and it is not. It is Phil Hughes, a complete game 4-hitter, his first ever 9-inning complete game, and the first for the Yankees since CC Sabathia threw it against the Rays last July 10th. 123 pitches. That is a career high, and he gets the job done, silencing a very good Tigers lineup. And he talked to Meredith on the field a short time ago.
Phil, a complete game for you this afternoon. What were you doing out there that worked?
Well, I actually had to make some adjustments after about the 3rd inning. I was struggling a little bit to keep my ball from running back, and made a couple mechanical adjustments and just tried to throw a lot of strikes and let the guys play defense, and it worked out.
Knowing who was on the other side in Justin Verlander, to get those 2 runs in the first inning, how much did that help you out there?
That was huge. He's a great pitcher, and anytime you can muster any sort of offense against him, it helps a lot. And that was great that we were able to get an early lead and go from there.
This one even more meaningful, knowing how you had to bounce back from that Anaheim start?
Yeah, I felt like I was throwing pretty good, and then had a bad one in Anaheim, and I knew I needed to bounce back and get some quality innings and get back on track, and I'm happy with this one.
What does it mean to you that Joe put you out there for that 9th inning, knowing you were going to face the heart of their order?
No, that was great. I like a challenge, and with a lot of pitches and going out there and having to bear down a little bit was great.
What did he say to you after the incident with the guy running on the field? He came over and said something to you before you got that final?
He just said, make sure you're ready to go. It's your last hitter. So I knew I had to get him.
Phil, thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Back to you in the studio.
All right, Meredith, thank you. So the Yankees wrap up this 10-day, 9-game road trip 6-3. And Kenny, you said the difference between 5-4 and 6-3 is a lot. What does it mean not only getting that, but going into an off day with a win?
Well, not only the way they finished up the trip, I think it was very impressive winning this afternoon against Justin Verlander. First of all, he's probably the best pitcher in the league. And to finish it off 6-3, you sign up for that every time you go out to the West Coast, especially after dropping 2 out of 3 in Anaheim, then losing a tough game last night in Detroit, and then facing Verlander this afternoon, and then beating him. You get it 6-3. You got an off day tomorrow, then you got some momentum coming back home.
All right, just a minute or two on this program. We're going to hear from the manager, Joe Girardi, about the outcome of today's ball game. But right after this post game is over, you can check out the latest edition of WB Mason Presents the Joe Girardi Show. A full 30 minutes with he and Michael Kay about the week that was, this road trip, and then what's ahead with the Rays and Mets in the Bronx. And right now, here's a taste of what's on tap.
Let me throw this at you.
All right.
I always wonder, I think you're a really good manager, and I think you do a great job with the bullpen. I don't know if you will ever get that kind of respect. Now, you did win a Managerial of the Year award with the Marlins because that was a low-budget team. But you think that anybody that manages the Yankees with the high payroll could be considered a great manager?
Well, I think you look at Joe Torre, and they considered him a great manager. I do. You know, and you have to handle a lot of things in New York. It's just not handling the things on the field. There's a lot of stuff that goes along with being the manager, and there's been other Yankee managers who have gotten a lot of respect.
So there's just a little feel of what you'll get on the Joe Girardi Show coming up after this post game. But right around the corner, Kenny and I have full Yankees-Tigers highlights for you. We'll show you how they got this 5-1 win. We're going to dig more into Phil Hughes and the outing that he had, his first ever 9-inning complete game performance. Plus highlights and scores from around the majors when we continue after this.
The Yankees postgame show on Yes is presented by WB Mason. For office furniture and supplies at amazingly low prices, who but WB Mason?
Hey, Sparky, what's going on?
Yeah, what's are hiding? The secret plans for our soapbox derby racer. We've got to destroy him. How? We'll eat him. Yeah.
Or you could use your Swingline Stack and Shred shredder that you order from WBMasonAtHome.com. It'll shred 500 pages and you just drop it all in.
Sure beats eating all these secrets. Who but WB Mason? Now you can shop at home.
There are some baseball moments you just never forget. Chevrolet is proud to be the official vehicle of Major League Baseball and equally proud to be building the next generation of memories. From backyards to the big leagues, Chevy runs deep.
Find your local dealer at ChevyOffers.com.
How much coffee you fellas gonna need today? 3, 4 cups?
Well,
Doesn't last long, does it? Listen, 5-hour energy lasts a whole lot of hours, so you can get a lot done without refills. And it's packed with B vitamins and nutrients to make it last. So, don't just stand there holding your lattes, boys. Make your move.
We'll take the 5-hour energy.
Smart move. 5-hour energy. Hours and hours of energy.
We've got the cars and the savings. Now let's bring on the tent. High gas prices, bring it on. Hyundai is America's most fuel-efficient car company. Passengers, bring them all. The Veracruz Fit 7. Safety, try award-winning safety with a Santa Fe in Tucson. Now get a Santa Fe for 0% APR plus $500 customer cash back, or lease one for $269 a month. You'll also get Hyundai Assurance, including America's best warranty. Your local Hyundai dealer's ready to bring on the tent. Now all we need is you.
The Yankees postgame show on Yes is brought to you in part by Pure Michigan. Discover a new playground waiting just for you. Come discover Pure Michigan. Your trip begins at Michigan.org.
Let's take a look at the Major League Baseball scoreboard from this Sunday. Toronto beats Boston 5-1. The Rays leading the Orioles right now 8-2, bottom of the 7th. White Sox doubling up Seattle in the 6th. The Mets and Cardinals playing the Sunday night game on ESPN. Miami leads Philly 5-1, and the Braves leading the Nats right now 3-2. Great to have you back once again here on the WB Mason postgame as the Yankees win their ball game 5-1. It's backed by early offense against Justin Verlander and then strong pitching all the way through from Phil Hughes. And now Kenny and I have the game highlights for you, and they are presented as always by Lincoln. Now, prior to the game, the Tigers honoring Maglio Ordonez. He just retired from baseball after 15 seasons with the White Sox and Tigers. Throughout the ceremonial first pitch, it was a strike on the outside part of the plate, and then greeted by former teammates. Verlander on the hill. Here he goes. He'd lost 2 in a row, and on the very first pitch, he's behind. Derek Jeter takes him up and out. 6th of the year. Yankees lead it 1-0. 4 batters later, second and third, 1 out. Mark Teixeira shatters a bat, lifts one out to right center field. Quentin Berry makes the catch, but that allows Curtis Granderson to tag and score. 2-0 Yankees, but they once again fail to hit with runners in scoring position. A bottom of the second, Phil Hughes. Nice D here.
Nice D by Eric Chavez playing third base this afternoon. Long run, sliding catch near the Tiger dugout. Phil Hughes always appreciates good defense, as all pitchers do. And you can see the replay. Nice sliding catch. Keeps the ball up and holds on to it.
All right, top of the third, A-Rod taking the Verlander fastball out. I mean, out. Almost put it through a brick wall. Out and left, solo shot. A-Rod's ninth. Yankees lead at 3-0. Bottom of the fourth, Prince Fielder gets the Tigers on the board. One big swing of the bat off Hughes, but it's a solo shot. That's it. His ninth of the year. It's 3-1. On top of the fifth, Kenny, you've told us that this Tigers team is kind of poor defensively, and it shows.
It shows right here. Robinson Cano hits a fly ball. First of all, this fly ball should have been caught by somebody. A lot of airtime, but Berry couldn't get it in center field. That allowed Curtis Granderson to score. But on the relay, the throw from Worth gets by Miguel Cabrera. I don't know what he was doing at third base by missing that ball, but allowed Cano to score as the ball went into the camera well. Here it is, another look. First of all, it should have been caught as a long fly ball out. It isn't. The relay goes to Worth, who's going to throw it to third. And Cabrera somehow misses. You got to block the ball and keep it from getting by. It goes into camera well. Yankees get an extra run.
All right, bottom of the fifth, Hughes would issue a leadoff walk to Don Kelly, but he gets Omir Santos to ground into the 6-4-3 double play. And then the next batter, facing Berry, who had a very good series but didn't have a very good game. He strikes him out looking to end the inning. Bottom of the eighth, Hughes still in there, gets another nice defensive play. This time it's Jeter with a little short hop pick. Fires to first for the last out of the inning. So Hughes 8 complete for the first time this season. And then Joe Girardi sends him back out there. And with 2 down, he had put a man on. But Joe Girardi left him in the game, said, this is your final batter, as we heard Phil say. And he strikes out Brennan Bosch for the final out and to wrap up that complete game as Hughes wins it, evens his record at 5-5. In a 5-1 Yankees victory. He also drops his ERA under 5 down to 4.96, and he's backed by home runs from Jeter and A-Rod. So let's take a look at our Bigelow T batter breakdown. And Kenny, we're going to go to that A-Rod at bat and do a little pitch by pitch because in the third inning he teed off.
Well, fastball inside 92 miles an hour. Fastball away 94 miles an hour. This one, on the corner for a strike, but the next one's not going to get by him. Oh, excuse me, one too early. Here it is, right in the middle of the plate, down low. He drops the head of the bat on it, 447 feet. Near Charlie Gehringer and Hank Greenberg, 2 Hall of Famers.
And you know what? That was good pitch recognition because you look back at what he did in Yankee Stadium, a fastball outside, and he went to the porch.
Well, he's taken Verlander deep twice this year, once in Detroit and once in the Bronx. And Verlander struggling with A-Rod this year on the low fastball.
Once again, that's your Bigelow T batter breakdown. And again, good pitch recognition to see that one was a little more over the plate, and he took him out today. So let's take a look at your team home run leaders brought to you by Toyota. It is the Yankees now on top of everybody in baseball, 80 home runs as opposed to 77 for the O's and the Jays. Now, Derek Jeter had a home run today, and it was a leadoff home run, his 27th as a Yankee, and that moves him further up the all-time list, 3 ahead of Rickey Henderson. And again, that was just the first pitch of the game, and just like that, it was a 1-0 Yankees lead. Time for the Manager's Report, brought to you by Geico. Joe Girardi starts off by talking about superb pitching from Phil Hughes.
Just the consistency, his ability to work inside, to elevate when he had chances to do that, really to move his fastball around. And I thought he did a good job of expanding with his curveball to get some guys to chase the ball down.
Was there any doubt that you were sending him out there in the ninth?
Unless we got in a long inning, then I probably wouldn't have done it. But the inning wasn't too long, and I'm sending him back out.
How much do you think that helped him getting the early run support, especially knowing that Verlander's on the mound on the other side?
Probably it helped some. But I thought his stuff was probably as good as we've seen it all year long, and that's encouraging.
Even bigger, considering how he had a little bit of a tough outing against Anaheim, the way he bounced back?
Yeah, I mean, he just didn't have command of his fastball, and that's going to happen from time to time. You don't want it to happen, but it's going to happen, and I thought it was a tremendous bounce-back start.
What can this do for his confidence moving forward?
Should give him a lot of confidence, because you look at his last 4 or 5 starts, all but the one have been really good.
And you look at the offense, that first inning, do you think that solo shot by Jeter kind of set the tone for everybody?
Yeah, it did. It gave us the lead. And, I talked about Verlander. A lot of times if you don't get him early, you don't get him. That's the bottom line. And I talked about trying to make him have a lot of pitches. By the 6th inning, we were able to do that too. So he's a great pitcher. But today, we got some runs on him.
You were able to get a break with that Robinson Cano triple. Did you think that ball was going to be caught there?
You know, at first I did, and then I saw how far they were playing the other way, and I realized he wasn't going to get it.
Is it a hurdle for a pitcher to clear to complete a game like this?
I think it can be. You know, I think he had a chance to complete one here a couple of years ago, and we got into a real long 8th inning. Or 9th inning, top of the 9th, where I didn't send him back, and we won like 9 or 10 to 1. And that one would have been a lot easier. But I think it is. You know, to know that you can do that. I mean, it's against a pretty good hitting club.
What did you say to him when you went out there during that delay?
I just told him, this is your last hitter. You know, kind of, this is it. You know, it's as far as I'm pushing you. So empty it out.
Excuse me. His season high pitches have been, I think, 115.
Yeah.
Was it because he had had a whole series of pretty short, stress-free innings?
Yeah, he had an extra day, and he's going to get another extra day, and you feel like you can do that. And you know, you talk about the middle of the order. He had done a really good job against the middle of the order. He gave up the 1 home run, the solo shot to fielder on a curveball, but besides that, he had the most success off of Cabrera and some of these guys, so I sent him back out.
So if he had had to work just a little bit harder in that 8th inning, would you have sent him out there?
If he would have got to more than he was at, probably not. I probably would have, but he had a pretty easy 8th inning.
Joe, what did you think of A-Rod's shot against Verlander?
Well, we've tried to talk about it. He has power still. You know, and, you know, some of the balls he's hit has been evident. And we talked about, you know, sometimes they can come in from bunches. And that was pretty impressive. He doesn't give up a lot of home runs, and we managed to get a couple today.
Well, Phil Hughes has a nice history at Comerica Park. On the road, they're 3-1, a 1.93 ERA. He allowed just a run today and 4 hits in picking up the win. And the Tigers batting just 153 against him there. That's some tremendous, tremendous numbers. We'll take another break because when we come back, Kenny and I are going to dig into this outing by Hughes even further and show exactly what worked and what he might be able to carry over into his next start.
All your life, you've been trading up. You exchanged the 3rd floor walk-up for the house you had your heart set on. So now that you're comfortably situated in life, let's talk about your car.
For a limited time during the Lincoln Exchange sales event, trade up to a luxurious Lincoln MKX with intuitive technology that responds to your voice and touch. Now, lease a 2012 Lincoln MKX for $419 a month, including a $1,000 exchange bonus. Only at your Lincoln dealer.
There are over 358 million trillion gallons of water on Earth. But not all water is created equal. Only 1/1000th of 1% is filtered naturally beneath the Earth, with a distinct balance of minerals, and emerges crisp and refreshing enough to be called Poland Spring. Poland Spring 100% natural spring water, born better.
The Chevy Cruze has remote access. It can check my oil, life, and tire pressure all through my smartphone.
I wouldn't have thought of you as the techie gadget guy, Tim.
Why? Because I'm old?
Well, boss, you do call it my face.
Transferred your contacts from your old address book to your new rotary-style address book.
Ooh, rotary style.
Now, very well-qualified lessees of a 1999 or newer non-GM vehicle can get a 2012 Chevy Cruze LS for around $139 per month. EPA estimated 36 miles per gallon highway.
Graduate, now that your journey begins, you're going to need a powerful connection. With this Droid 4 by Motorola on Verizon 4G LTE, you can stay in touch on Skype with your loved ones, staying connected with your family in more places on America's largest 4G LTE network. That's real value.
Get $100 off any Motorola 4G LTE smartphone like the Droid 4. Hurry, offer ends June 17th. Verizon.
Felicidades!
Life is full of compromises. But when it comes to what you really love, you shouldn't have to sacrifice. And that goes double for ice cream. Now you don't have to give up. You can give in with Edie's slow-churned light ice cream. We churn it slowly for all the rich and creamy taste with just half the fat. So now you can have your ice cream and eat it too. Nestle, good food, good life.
And we are back with our Land Rover pitching performance. And Kenny, in 6 of the 9 innings, Phil Hughes recorded strikeouts today.
Yes, he did. He had a good breaking ball at 8. That's Delman Young going out on strikes in the 2nd inning and a 4th. Look at these fastball. A lot of high fastball strikes. That's called 3rd strike on Berry. Borderline, but Phil Hughes got the call there. Breaking ball, check swing. Worth is gone. Didn't have a good at-bat. Later on in the ball game in the 9th inning, it's Cabrera. High fastball, passes him again. Then after a hard shot, ground out by Fielder, you go to the final out of the ball game, and this is Bosch. Once again, the high fastball passes the hitter. Phil Hughes picks up the win. Now 3-1 in Detroit in his career.
His 8th K of the afternoon, and of course that was brought to you by Land Rover. You can visit LandRoverTristate.com to request quotes, schedule test drives, and view available vehicles. So you look at the numbers between he and Verlander, and it's not often any pitcher can say they dominated a very good hitting lineup and got away with it on the day that their ace pitched. But that's exactly what happened. Verlander losing his 3rd in a row for the first time since 2008. Meantime, Kenny, let's talk a couple of things about Hughes. First of all, you showed that 9th inning there. He had to run the gauntlet through Cabrera, Fielder, Young, and then he ended up with Bosch. What does that say to him that Joe Girardi said to him, this is in your hands?
It's very impressive. First of all, the manager, nobody was up in the bullpen. He said, this is your inning. Unless something starts to brew here, you're staying in this ball game. And then after the fan ran on the field, to go out there and just tell him, this is your last man. You know, I got the car keys in my hand. We want to go back to New York. So he got him. He struck out Bosch to end the ball game. Very impressive for Hughes. You might notice now he's 500 for his record, 5-5. So he's fought back. He's gone 4-1 in his last 5 decisions to get to 5-5. So now he's even. He can go from here for the rest of the year.
In fact, over his last 6, a nice tidy ERA of 3.60. He's worked 40 innings over that span. You know, one other thing is that he issued 3 walks today, but none of them ended up hurting him. Only one of the runners got as far as second base. He limited the damage to that Prince Fielder home run, and that was about it. And I would say this about Phil, Kenny, like I would say it about Kuroda. At times, they're their own worst enemy. If they walk too many guys, somehow those guys score, but that was not the case for Hughes today.
Well, I thought he made a strategic walk the first time up when he walked Cabrera, just to let him know, we're going to be very careful with you for the rest of the day. That might have sent a message to the rest of the Yankee team because they've seen this guy just wipe them out over the years that he's been in the American League with the Detroit Tigers. Now, he gets that done. And then he goes through the rest of the lineup. The only mistake he made all day long was a leadoff homer to Prince Fielder. And by that time, the Yankees had the lead. That was the only run the Tigers got. Phil Hughes, very impressive. Now he goes back with the rest of the team. New York 6-3 on this road trip. Their longest trip of the year. It's out of the way, and they got away with a 6-3 record. And if you look at it in a way, it could have been 7-2, but 6-3 is very, very good.
And Hughes, by the way, holding Cabrera to an 0-for-3 day, struck him out twice. That's a good day for any pitcher against Miguel Cabrera. By the way, in case you missed any part of our Yankees-Tigers recap, you can always view a condensed version by going to YesNetwork.com and clicking on Post Game Plus presented by Bigelow Tea. Check out the top plays and hear from Phil Hughes on his first career 9-inning complete game. Kenny and I will take another break, and when we come back, it's our tour around the majors. Jose Bautista going deep today. Did it help get a win against the Red Sox? We'll find out about that game, the O's, and more coming up.
AL East battle rages in the Bronx as the Yankees take on the Rays. Tuesday, it's the Bombers' chance to make a statement in the standings.
That one's driven deep to right center field. See ya!
As they return home for a huge 3-game series with Tampa. Complete coverage starts Tuesday at 6 without a batting practice today, only on Yes.
With nearly 1 million winners a day, there's a little bit of luck for everyone.
Need a new car? Now's the time to get amazing deals from Toyota, the full-line brand with the longest-lasting vehicles during Toyota's Save in May sales event. And right now, you can lease Sienna for just $279 a month, or lease Venza for just $239 a month. Plus, get $500 bonus cash when you lease Venza.
Toyota's Save in May sales event won't last long. So what are you waiting for?
Hurry in today.
Every swing of yours should be an oil painting. They'd be rare, because you don't take as many swings as you used to. You only make masterpieces now. Looks like getting that, and those as gifts really helped your game. It totally made Father's Day worth it. You know, having kids. Make every swing count. Get the best gifts for Dad and save at Golfsmith and golfsmith.com.
When I was a young pup, I learned how to sniff out the pick of the pre-owned Lexus litter and how to be a woman or man's best friend when it came to finding the lowest prices. Now that I'm older, I look back on my pedigree and feel pride in the thousands of people who've lapped up the savings I've pointed them to. Like a dog with a bone, I won't stop until you find the model, year, and color you'll love or exchange it within 48 hours with our worry-free exchange policy. Don't get me wrong, working like a dog to hunt down the perfect pre-owned Lexus for you wasn't all hard work.
And we're back once again here on the WB Mason postgame. It's a 5-1 win for the Yankees in our game as they now head back to the Bronx. Meantime, some other American League teams squaring off, and in particular, matchups of the American League East, Red Sox and Blue Jays. Daniel Barden won 3 of his last 4, but bottom of the first, he's in a deep hole. Jose Bautista jumps on that pitch and takes it out for a 3-run home run, his 14th of the year, 3-0 Jays. And then Bard just kind of imploded in the second.
Well, Edwin Encarnacion at the plate, hit by a pitch, and certainly that's, wow, he is definitely in some pain. It was 4-0 Toronto at this time, and you can see, ooh, man, that looks like x-rays in the making right there, that shot he takes off the wrist from Bard. Bard struggled with his control all afternoon, and the Blue Jays were all over him.
All right, top of the fourth, Drew Hutchison working with the lead. He strikes out David Ortiz, and the next batter, fans Kevin Youkilis for the second out of the inning. He struck out 5 over 7 strong innings. Top of the ninth, Casey Jansen in to get Jared Saltalamacchia with a runner at third. And he pops one out to Yunel Escobar to end the game. So 5-1, the Jays win this one. Encarnacion did stay in the game for a while, but did come out of the game in the bottom half of the 5th inning. That is the bad news for the Jays on a day in which they win. Orioles and Rays, and Matt Moore trying to avoid losing his 5th decision in 6 starts, and Kenny, O's jumped him early.
Yeah, top of the second inning, Matt Wieters at the plate. Wieters' first home run of the year, batting right-handed, and his first home run since May 13th, and that was against the Rays as well. Baltimore had a 1-0 lead.
So the Rays were able to tie it, all even at 2, bottom of the 5th. B.J. Upton, bases loaded, and down the line and left off Jake Arrieta. Will Rhymes and Jose Molina come in to score, and Upton's into second with the go-ahead 2-run double, 4-2 Rays. Now 5-2 bottom of the 6th. Elliott Johnson with runners at first and second goes opposite way off Luis Ayala, and that base hit scores Rich Thompson to make it 6-2. And Tampa Bay goes, they're ahead right now, 8-3 over the O's, despite the fact that the O's about hit them 9-6. Baltimore's also committed 3 errors in that game. Let's take a look at the updated standings in the American League East, brought to you by your Tri-State Ford dealer. And the Rays and O's atop the division, but look who's just a game back. The Yankees, by taking 2 of 3 in Detroit, are just a game off the pace. To the American League West, Rangers and Angels in top of the 3rd, runners at the corners, and Elvis Andrus. Off Dan Herron and out of the reach of Mark Trumbo. Mike Napoli will come in to score on the RBI double. Sit so far, Texas leading at 1-0 bottom of the 3rd, and Texas trying to avoid losing a 4th straight game. You see the Angels just 3.5 back, so Kenny, that tide is turning out there in the American League West.
Well, the Angels are playing much better baseball. They took 2 out of 3 from the Yankees. They had a winning streak of, 8 or 9 straight to kind of get themselves back in the race, and now they're playing the Texas Rangers, a team that's ahead of them, the team that they were supposed to challenge all along. So maybe the Angels are starting to get their acts together in the West, and they're going to make it close for the Texas Rangers. Of course, they're going to be playing each other from time to time during the course of the season.
All right, we're going to take another break. When we come back, Kenny and I have more on our ball game. The Yankees winning at 5-1, getting an early lead against Justin Verlander with a leadoff homer from Derek Jeter, and later a bomb from Alex Rodriguez. Don't go away.
Today on an all-new episode of Yankees on Deck presented by Wimpy. From bats to belts, from this ring to that ring.
Welcome to WrestleMania 28.
Find out what happens when Robinson Cano and Eduardo Nunez show up at WrestleMania 28. It's an all-new episode today after the Joe Girardi Show, only on Yes.
The crossover. We have the technology to rebuild it. SkyActiv technology makes it stronger than it was before, with advanced safety features that make it an IIHS top safety pick, and innovations like blind spot monitoring. The all-new Mazda CX-5 will be that crossover. Better, stronger, smarter. We build Mazdas. What do you drive?
Prometheus has landed.
Rated R.
Agents, be on the lookout for aliens.
Try Dunkin's new Black Cocoa Cream Iced Coffee and call *DD for a text to capture your alien today. The galaxy runs on Dunkin'.